This is going to be like the little toy workshop in hell, which is always funny. And okay, I always like to start with the code as usual. So this one is the triple C, CCC dash PipYap, funny little fellow, PIPYAP, and then the name of it kind of just runs right into the code on this one. It's kind of weird, but it's Glacia's Little Helpers. And so Glacia, GLASYA. And so if you need that for your session log, there you go. Let's see, we have 3. Average level is 26 divided by 3, of course. So looks like you guys are going to be at about average, but since there's only 3, I think that would bump it down to like maybe just average. But yeah, I'll kind of monitor it as we go. There are a few combats. If it looks like it's like a lot just based off numbers, then we'll figure it out as we go, of course. But I have the utmost faith in your abilities. And without further rambling, let's go ahead and get started. This intro will start very similar to the last game I ran last week. If you were here for that, then this will be super familiar, as your characters are really just bedding down for the night. This could be an off day in between adventures. I know some of you may have just gone on a recent excursion, so you could be resting up, but I'll leave that up to you. So we'll kick it back over for player introductions. If you just want to tell us a little bit about yourselves, what someone might see on face value, or what you might share a little bit. Of course, mechanically stuff too. We're always need to know who we're playing with and such. And yeah, just, if you want to give us a little insight into just kind of a more personal side of your character, what you're doing kind of just as you're chilling on an off day, or as you go to rest, and then I'll pick it back up from you there. But we'll start with the order on Roll20. If Estelle, you want to tell us about yourself?
Okay. You guys see this? Well, she's not that tall, but fairly tall. Variant human. Pale looking with dark hair, bluish eyes. She kind of looks like the solemn type with a cloak. And then like the clasp that's holding the cloak together has the symbol of the weeping eye, which is her goddess, Vandria Gilmadrith. She gives a bow. She goes, good day. I am Estelle Kialar. Apologies if I seem a little off. I was just recently on an excursion against Wizards in Red, and it did not leave a good impression on me. But I'm willing to assist however I can. Frontline support, that's usually what I do. And you also notice that there is an aura around her of black smoke, but it doesn't seem to be harmful. It's just cold. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Clover. I feel like it was just yesterday, but please.
I know. Clover just got back from the north, and as she's settling down for bed, she's probably cleaning off the frying pan that she usually wears on her hip. She has twin braids, and when she's out adventuring, she wears a barmaid outfit underneath her half plate. You'll sometimes see her fiddling around with this gold coin. She used to work as a tavern waitress in Neverwinter until someone tipped her this lucky magical coin, and she took that as a sign that she was meant for bigger and better things, so she went out and started adventuring. Mechanically, she is 9 levels of Divine Soul Sorcerer and 1 level of Peace Cleric.
All right. Yeah, I love between just the two mentioned already. I mean, it covers a lot of bases. You got the Paladin Cleric, then you got the Sorcerer Cleric. So, when Estelle, you're like frontliner, I was like, woo! There we go. All right, Smoke, without further ado. I'm interested to see what you are capable of.
Well, Smoke on the Mountain is gray-furred tabaxi. Her elders said that she spent too much time talking to the dead of her clan, and that she's not allowed to come back for a couple of years until she goes away. And they probably meant talk to some living people in other places, but she tends to still be talking to dead people. But But they're very interesting. Like just today, there's some hunter who's telling her how to track things. Mechanically, she's a 6th level phantom rogue.
Okay. So you guys have had a fulfilling day, or perhaps maybe a little more relaxing than the usual. But each of you in your respective times and places in the world, you somehow find your stories weaved together overnight as your eyes are forced open and the sleep finally is rubbed free, and you find yourself each in this cot in a large tent with a few other individuals. As you see and recognize the things that have just been stated, they appear to be adventurers just like you. And through this loose tent flap, you see a snow-covered, wind-swept plain. Sounds like pretty similar from where Clover just left, so she might not even think she's in a different place yet. However, you all of a sudden focus your eyes a little closer as you see in the center of this tent, joining you, is a giant of a man. Seems to be human, but dressed in nothing but a small leather loincloth, a shield across his back, and a sharp sword hilt. I guess I messed that up, but a sharp sword at his waist. A thin layer of oil glistens from his finely muscled skin, and wind and snow blow fiercely outside, limiting any further visibility beyond the tent. He kind of strides up and takes a look at each one of you and says, which one of you was Mist on the Lake? Mist on the Lake. Come on, don't be shy. Speak up. You. It must be you there. And he points at smoke on the mountain. Mist on the Mist, come here. Don't be lollygagging now. Up with you.
I think you've mistaken me for someone else, but Smoke is close to Mist.
He kind of just squints his small eyes and his large, broad face and says, well, get your group out of the bunks. Gar bored, and breakfast is getting cold. Gar no like cold breakfast. Your uniforms and badges are over there. And he points off to a pile of white clothing.
Do we see those badges? Like, what symbolism's on it?
It looks like, as you take a look at the clothing, it seems to be like thin, ill-fitting white jumpsuits, kind of one somewhat for the size of each of you. In the badges, though, in particular, you see it says Official Stygian Hostility Auditor, or OSHA for short.
Stygia.
This is the weirdest way I've ever been hired for a job.
Fair enough. Although, it's kind of odd that we just ended up in what I presume to be a layer of hell. Estelle, I guess, would try to get one of the quote-unquote uniforms, but she's kind of hesitant because it covers up her her cleric robes, but it should be fine, I guess. What's the guy's name again? Gar? Was it Gar?
Gar.
Okay. Estelle is going to ask him what, like, why are they here?
He strides up as you guys are kind of slowly, maybe hesitantly would be the best word, putting on these kind of like thin white clothes. And he's like, Why are you here? Oh, brother. Now look. And he reaches into his loincloth and seems to pull from who knows where this scrap of paper. And he says, well, this is the contract right here, and I got all 3 of your names on it. Here it is. Yep, this must be you. Like I said, Mist on the water. And then there's Bell. Yep, that looks like you. And yep, even you on there, little short stuff. Crabgrass. I think that's what it is. Yep, I got you all three right here.
Hmm.
So, you guys signed a contract with us. We're Hell Incorporated. I got y'all's names here, and just like Mahadi wanted, I got y'all summoned here to Stygia, just like the contract says. And if you've done lollygagging, we gotta make monies around here. Let me know, and I can give you the details on the mission. As you can see, and he winks and starts to flex, probably making you feel a little uncomfortable. He says, I am quite important around here.
We could tell, but that's not actually my name.
Neither is it mine.
You adventurer types worry about the small stuff. I don't see Mist complaining over there. That's a good kitty. Now come on. We got soul coins to figure out. There's a bit of a project going on, and I need you. You signed.
Estelle's going to look at the party, the rest of the other two, and go, do you recall signing anything?
Nope.
Nope. But I am used to humanoids, mistaking one tabaxi for another.
I guess we humans do all tend to look the same.
Would it be alright if we looked over that contract, just to remind us of what we're doing here?
Estelle is going to point out that he pulled it out of his loincloth. So if you have Cresty or something, you get some.
Oh, sure. Laugh it up. They always do. Here. And I can read, okay? I know I can read. And look. And so you see that really signed is more so just the similarity to your names, kind of, or in one way or another, is probably what had mistaken you guys to arrive here. But you see on this letter that he hands over, and he most likely probably can't read, as this is what it says. By the many horns of Asmodeus, this Gar person of which you stand before, has the brain power of a concussed abyssal chicken. But I have found that he has his uses. I happened upon him some time ago, and he was eager to sell his soul. I should have taken it as a warning. To my immediate regret, he mistook the transaction as some kind of accursed partnership, and now I can't get him to shut up. That being said, following his advice can sometimes be rewarding. Of course, if asked about any activities you partake under the direction of Gar, I will rightfully claim ignorance. Good luck. And it's signed by one Mahadi.
Well.
Gar, can you tell us a bit about this Mahadi fella?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Mahadi, that's my business partner. We're like two peas in a pod.
Yeah, I could tell. He said so many good things about you in that contract.
Character-wise, do we actually know Mahadi?
I don't know if you may not have heard, but he can tell you that. Well, how could you not have heard of Mahadi's Wandering Emporium? Now, he's got what you need down here at all the levels of hell, which kind of brings us to our problem. Someone's moving in on his territory, if you will, and, well, it could be bad for a lot of different people.
And do we have any ideas on who these people are?
Well, the most important one is my business here. I'm a partner of Mahadi, so I've got a personal investment. But of course, perhaps I should tell you more. I don't know if you seem somewhat familiar with the goings-on down here. There's a ruler named Mammon, and like you, Crabgrass, he seems to really have an affinity for coins. Well, he makes the soul coins. And, well, Glacia, she's another one of these important types down here. And, well, rumor has it, they used to be a thing, Mammon and Glacia. Then again, though, Glacia never met Gar. Well, anyways, Glacia, she wants to make soul coins too, but it's not allowed. Stygia, that's the level here. It's frozen in big ice cube. Terrible, terrible. You'll see very soon. Well, Glacia's hiding a factory here. Gar points outside at this. This is bad for Gar business. This is bad for Gar business partner Mahadi. He agree. Of course. Well, we've hired you here to sneak and put this very important sabot, a wooden shoe. And at this he holds out a wooden shoe. It is much like it seems. If you can sneak into the soul coin machine factory, shouldn't be a problem for Mist there. You kill the factory overseer, but make sure not to leave any evidence behind. Then Gar will use his powerful magic, and he flails his arms around at this wildly. As casters yourself, you know it's wildly unnecessary to do so. And he says, I will return you to your world. Now the factory's only 20 minutes that way. And then he is like pointing, that way.
That's reassuring. Okay.
So reassuring.
He hands
So what
out,
do we?
go ahead.
Sorry, what do we do with it? What do we do with the shoe? We just.
Well, I don't expect it to be obvious to those of lesser intelligence than myself, but you must put the wooden shoe in the factory machinery. Gosh, Gar's clever.
Understandable.
As he hands over the shoe to one of you, you see that it does seem to be a pretty nondescript random shoe. But you do get a faint kind of, those of you a little more attuned to magic, you get a kind of sense of conjuration magic about it, but it seems pretty nondescript at the moment.
This should be fun.
So, Gar already paid the Hell Incorporated members when you signed the contract. And so, I have you for 8 hours, and then I will cast my powerful magic, and you will return from whence you came. This time is non-negotiable, so don't be late. Gar not wait. Gar rhyme.
We have 8 hours. Okay. Oh boy. As somebody who can't sneak, this is this is gonna be very funny.
I mean, I guess a job's a job.
Indeed. Even though it's one that we technically didn't sign. Oh boy.
I can't say I want to be stuck here, so, you know. He thinks he's supposed to send us back. That seems like a good thing. Are these jumpsuits the things that they expect people at the factory to be wearing?
Well, yes. Everybody respects and fears the official Stygian hostility auditors. It's a good way to start, at least. I'm sure, what you do with it after that, you guys could figure it out.
So we're disguised as auditors, not as workers?
I said respected and feared. That's good. That's what you want. No one respects or fears the workers. You should see them, the way they represent themselves.
Next time you hire someone to do something like this, you should also give them hard hats and clipboards. That makes them look really important, so no one would ever question them.
I'll put a note into HR about that. Change is slow, but Gar could probably make it happen. Now, Hell Incorporated, your clock is started.
Oh boy. Okay. He pointed us in the direction. Is it the right direction?
As you start to kind of peek your head out of the tent flap, first, of course, the wind and blowing snow kind of assault you. But you do smell the aromatic smell of fresh baked gingerbread, kind of wafting coming from the direction that he indicated. I feel like it would probably be pretty easy to follow that.
Fair. Okay. Is this also the point where we do precasts or later?
So he mentioned probably in the middle of all that, might have slid by, but he did mention that it's about 25 minutes to from here to the factory. So however that factors into your timing of things is up to you guys.
Yeah, I was just gonna cast Aiden Death Ward or attempt Death Ward because I can't cast it without rolling for it.
If it's a scroll you got there, I could cast it for you.
Alright, there's 2 Death Ward scrolls, so I was planning to cast it on you and Smoke over there. And then 3rd level aid on all 3 of us. So that's a +10.
Wow, thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't have any higher level spell slots because Paladin dip is like that. But yeah, you both have Death Ward. I'll make do without it.
You don't have to make do without it. And Clover will lay a hand on your shoulder and give you Death Ward.
Oh, understood.
Aw.
All right, we all have Death Ward then. Hooray!
Wow.
Permission has been given.
Wow, thank you
The
both.
precaution for cleric is like this. Okay. I mean, it should last a while, so off toward the gingerbread smell we go.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, looking at your guys' characters beforehand, I was like, they're going to be very capable. I could tell, if anything, it could just be like turn economy with how many enemies there could be versus you guys at times. But we'll see. We'll see. Now I'm interested. Perhaps more than I should be. Okay. All right, so you guys start to make your way out. Feeling a little more comforted as you know that you've made some fast friends here who are definitely going to watch each other's backs in a very strange and unfamiliar place as you guys exit the tent. And it wasn't very comforting in there, but you realize how much of a little safety it was to the elements, as immediately you're just bowled over by these huge blustering winds, freezing you to your core. As you go, the path starts to wind across the frozen lake bed as you follow this aromatic smell. The biting cold does start to get to you guys. The sky above you is pretty dimly lit. There seems to be this strange sky glow coming from nowhere and everywhere. And a fierce storm limits your visibility to about 15 feet. And the howl of this blowing wind makes communication between you three difficult. And at times you start to see the back of the person in front of you disappear into the swirling, misting snow. And then you kind of catch up. Anytime you want to talk, you have to shout to be heard. But you guys can still follow. It almost seems to be a magically guiding smell towards this workshop. After about 15 minutes or so, you get the sense it won't be much longer, and yet it's really hard to resist this cold. And so I'll need all 3 of you to make me a quick con save to try to resist that. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. I just took exhaustion from this yesterday. Huh.
yeah, my aura's a +4.
All right. As the cold starts to seep in, you kind of bundle up a little closer, trying to use each other in any way. I'm sure Smoke on the Mountain is probably like a little fuzzy heater. But you do what you have to make it through. I'm glad to have a friend by your side. And you all are able to fend off the cold. But you find that you are most likely going to have to fend off something else as you guys are coming through a little further down. I'm going to move your tokens. They'll disappear for just a minute. As you guys approach a bridge that kind of winds over a little extension of this frozen lake, all of a sudden you notice that these kind of white figures surrounding you that seem to just blend into the snow all of a sudden start to twitch and come to life. And you see that a whole bunch of snowmen start to erupt from the snow around you. And you could see from the sharp carrots pointing out of their frozen, wicked faces that they mean you ill will. And we can roll some initiative.
Were we? Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm mistaken. My aura gives +4 to initiative also.
And if you guys want to kind of place yourself anywhere, like on this little section of the bridge, you don't have to start up how I placed you necessarily.
Just going to ping this just in case. There you go.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure Smoke has a higher dex than me. My token just has a modifier of a 0.8, but I shouldn't be first.
I have no AoE or anything. If fine if you want to.
There you go.
All right, if everyone's happy with that. As you can see, you'll have a few seconds to think about what to do here before they act. And yeah, if you wanted to, of course you could all huddle up for the aura, which I wouldn't blame you. But if y'all, you could be a little bit on the bridge or a little, however you want to move yourselves around right there. I'll give y'all a second for that. If everybody's...
Which is the way? Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, which is the way we were supposed to be going? To this way or this way?
That's a great question. I'd imagine you would probably heading from right to left, like you're coming across this. As you guys were approaching the bridge, they kind of surrounded up behind you, and you could see some across the icy bridge. There are a few more standing there waiting with a hungry look in their eyes.
Oh no.
Okay, looks like we're all good. If Smoke, you want to take it away? Get us started.
Okay. So are all of these snowmen hostile?
It seems like this is a wicked nightmare.
Okay. In that case, I think we'll just start by shooting the nearest snowman there. Using steady aim.
Okay, so you hunker down. Feel the snow and ice kind of crunch and dig in underneath your heels. You pop off a shot. You say going towards this guy down here.
Sorry, I was still on the character sheet. No, going towards this one.
Okay, yeah, and it boom. Your arrow seems to disappear into the snowy folds of this creature. And as it does, it just explodes out the back end of it. Looks like reducing this creature down to about half of its former glory.
Okay. I'd also like to call for some of the friendly dead to wail around the other one's head there. So it's only 4 necrotic, but...
Okay, nice. It's a good way to start, as you see this one severely reduced. Anything else from Smoke?
It's all I can do in a turn, so...
All right. Snow flows like blood. Estelle.
All right. Sure. For my action, I'm going to be casting Bless on all 3 of us. So I'll be concentrating on that. We'll move only a little bit forward, around here. I think that's... Oh, no, Clover's not going to get in the aura otherwise. So I guess that ends my turn. I just cast Bless. And I'm going to concentrate on it.
Okay, nice. All right, and then Clover.
Clover will cast kind of Bless, but not really, aka Emboldening Bond on all of us. And then her coin will start to spark with a little bit of electricity as she drops a synaptic static, a quickened synaptic static on the snowmen over here.
Okay, so it's 20-foot sphere. You can
Yep.
drag it. I do have some shapes if you want to drag one out.
$20 here. Yeah, it is down there.
Okay, intelligence save. Let me roll those. For foe. Looks like a 16. So one saves, one fails. I will say the top one saved. And then for the other two, they both fail.
Alright, they take the damage, and for the next minute, they must subtract a d6 from all their attack rolls, ability checks, and constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Okay, and how about the guy who saved? Is he just nothing happens to him?
I think it's just half damage.
Okay.
And that's Clover's turn.
Alright, nice. Good area of effect. And you can see that these being somewhat animated creatures, they kind of just twitch, and some of one of their buttons falls out for eyes for one of them. One of their hat kind of falls off of another and stuff. As you can see, the strange ways that they take the psychic damage there, it kind of messes with the inner workings. And it is their turn. They start to kind of reform themselves a little bit. One picks his button back up and smashes on his face, but it's kind of crooked as they start to careen across the battlefield. Looks like you can only get about there. Oops. Alright, so jump over here real quick. Alrighty, so they all close in respectively. And let me just measure real quick on some distance for these bad guys. Alrighty, sorry about that. So you can see these ones all like careening in and corralling and waiting, kind of just moving as fast as they can. Not much else to do. Maybe not in a straight line. I could see how that could be bad. But this one focuses on Clover, and as he does, you see the beady little plastic eyes from the buttons kind of take on a hard edge as you feel this chilling gaze start to seep into your bones. And with that, I'll need a quick con save from you. As you're able to laugh in the face of this silly, ridiculous thing for an enemy, you shirk it off, and you also feel as if you kind of would be more immune to that for a little while, at least as you shirk that cold off. You get kind of used to it. That's all it can do. On the flip side, we'll have one try to do the same thing to Estelle. If you'll do a con save for me.
Sure. Hold on. Con save.
It's the one right next to you tries to give you a very mean look.
Sorry, I'm gonna embolden that. Let me just roll another d4. Oh, that's a 16 total.
Okay, and then if I could get one from Smoke as well as another one, just gonna be staring you down, giving you the mean mug.
Okay.
Mean mug of hot chocolate, am I right? But as these creatures try to chill you to the core with their evil, impenetrating gaze, it's pretty much useless. As each of you are like, "Look, we've been in the cold. Well, we're already dealing with this. Please get out of our way so we can get off this godforsaken plane of existence. And with that, you guys will be immune to this effect for an hour, so you don't really see him. Let me see. Okay, so I guess they could do damage with it, but the effect of it, I don't think so, honestly. Anyways, never mind. All right, these guys though are close enough. I think except for maybe that dude. I don't think he can get a claw in edgewise. But anywho, they're gonna throw some claws at you guys. I got, we'll say 2 on Smoke and 1 on Estelle. So they each get 2 claw attacks. So it'll be 4 coming towards Smoke. Looks like the first 2 was a 16 at highest. Looks like that'll hit. The other one, yeah, the other one missed. And then the second snowman comes at you. It looks like both over 20 on that one. No crit or anything. So 3 claws coming in successfully. And so,
I think I like to uncanny dodge whichever the nastiest claw is.
okay, so the first one will be looks like 8 slashing and 1 cold, so 9 total there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, make a note of that. And second one. Oh no. You got another 8 slashing, and this time 1 cold, so another 9. And last. I'm just chunking my dice all over the place. It's going to be 6 slashing on this one. And 1 cold. Looks like that cold isn't really affecting you guys at all. So that'll be a total of 7. So what? That'll be 26? 20, 25?
25. I can reduce it by 4 is all, so 21.
Okay, so 21 to there is a flurry of these little twigs sharpened at the edges to make claws kind of jab and poke towards you. You feel a menacing kind of cackle emanating from this creature. You also can hear the ting ting as Estelle is probably going to fend off these blows, but looks like I think one might hit with the 22. The other one, the other one missed. Wow. All right, so looks like 5 cold and 9 slashing to you there, so 14 damage.
All right. I auto pass concentration. But yeah.
Okay, and then we'll go to Smoke.
Okay. I lost track of that most injured snowman as they moved. So which of the snowmen was the one that she shot before?
So the one that seems to be dead there in the middle in front of you it seems to just clearly visibly is the one that's got a big chunk out of it.
Okay, that guy. So
yep.
I would take careful, drop the short bow and take very careful aim with my short sword and try to whack the top snowball off that one.
Right in the snowballs.
D4 for bless? Or is that already there? Oh,
I got it. Yep. Sorry, thank you.
And with the 13, you sink that blade deep into the snowy core of this creature, doing a total of 22. Any extra flavor that you would give as this is reduced to a snow pile?
No, other than the wailing around the other slightly injured one. Smoke is very quiet about these kind of things.
You extract your blade. Normally it'd be dripping with blood, but this time it's just like a slow plop plop of melting water into water. And so that's an extra 9 to which one?
Whichever one she had wailed at before.
I think both of those have been untouched. They're
okay. So you do with the one within 30 feet. So the one that had been. So there were 3 in a row over here before, right?
Yeah,
she shot this one, and the one in the middle she had wailed a tiny bit.
Those were the same. Oh wait, no, this guy's way the heck over here. Oh, I must have forgot about that guy. Whoops. Reinforcements. Yeah, I think that was the one that died. Because it doesn't seem like any of the other ones have been hit over here.
So she hit one of them for 4 points of necrotic.
Oh, I thought that was the same guy as earlier. That's my fault.
No, it can't be the same one. It has to be a different one.
Okay, I got you then. My bad.
Sorry, that was a misunderstanding. My bad.
No, not at all. Good skill. Let's see. So I'll do the 9, and then what was it earlier?
4.
Okay, so 13. Okay, gotcha. I just gave it to the south one there.
Okay.
Alrighty. All right. If there was anything else?
Nope. I think she's all out of things.
Okay, awesome. Estelle?
Okay. All right. So this is the one that's being wailed upon, right? The ghosts, it seems.
So it's been a little bit, yeah, taking some little chunks out of it.
Okay. Going to attack this one twice with my longsword. Go. Oh, definitely not. Oh, sheesh. All right. I don't think that hits, unless it does.
It doesn't. It
Did
doesn't.
you?
Gotcha. Going to go for my second attack then.
Sorry, did you have
Nope,
less on the
definitely
bottom?
Well, yeah. Oh, I mean, I do have that emboldening bond. I forgot. Sorry. I'm gonna try. Can I try to embolden the first one?
Yeah, sure. So I got a 10 added. Oh, crap. How many ones is that? My goodness.
It's a lot of ones. But the thing is, this character doesn't seem to like being a DPS. So I think it manifests in this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, no problem. As my bonus action though, summoning my spiritual weapon
Cool.
at second level. Let's go for one of the. Sorry, hold on. The heck? Oh, here. Let's go for to summon it. I guess here. Where's the token? Oh no, I lost it. It's fine.
It should be right underneath your character, at least in the journal.
Yeah, I'll just drag it out. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I think I deleted him earlier. That was by me.
Yeah, no worries. Going to swing.
Okay. Boom. Spiritual blade comes out. Shink. Like it's being unsheathed.
At 14 for 6 force damage.
All right. A flurry of snow blows back as it strikes true.
Yep, I think that's it though. This character is not DPS. I think she really doesn't like it. But it's an attempt.
You guys are making a good team off the bat in Clover.
That's okay. We're doing pretty good, I think. First, Clover's going to go ahead and mind sliver the snowman right here.
With the 7, he fails. Take the 6. There's the guy in the front, right?
Yeah.
All right, got him.
And I don't know if it'll come into play, but that guy will also have to subtract a 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before Clover's turn.
Okay, nice. So
Then she'll summon her own spiritual weapon by tossing her coin into the air and watching it grow until it is almost bigger than her.
Mammon watches from afar. He is pleased. Oh my. Very good. Yeah, it like flips through the air, and as it does, it grows bigger and bigger until it's almost the size of a shield there, but keeps spinning, and boom, the edge of it just clips the snowman, carves out a huge chunk of the snow. Lots of force damage there. Then your coin like looks over and winks at the blade as they kind of like clack together, and it makes like a pretty joyous little metallic sound, like a bell humming. Anyways.
In character, Clover is not a cleric, so she doesn't really have a deity, but to comply with AO rules, she is, on paper, she is a worshipper of Tymora. Worshipper.
Yeah, my guess was right. All right. Nice.
And that's Clover's turn.
Very cool. I have which I haven't used him much since the tiefling change. I still need to change him to a regular tiefling, but I had a tiefling of Mammon, cleric of Tymora, so it was kind of a cool little. But then they fucked that up. Okay. All right, snowman. This guy over here realizes 2, 3, 4. Actually, I can get up in there. Rushes forward a little bit late to the party, but crunches over the melting snow of his fallen friend. Can they move through Spiritual Blade? It's like a ghostly thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But would they have to know? How do you think that would be interpreted?
Wait, let me ping the spell. Because if it says ghostly, then it's likely that it doesn't look solid. Floating spectral weapon.
Yeah.
So probably doesn't look solid.
I'll say, if anything, this focuses its chilling gaze on one of the spiritual blades, and it does absolutely nothing. And then it's like, okay, well, that sucked. And so it'll try to move through it. Can it take up the same space, though?
Yes.
Okay, I guess that's what it'll do then. Yeah, it'll rush in. I'm actually going to have it squeeze through the spot by Clover. Come right there. Maybe even right there. So then this guy can move right here. He'll dash to get there. And then, okay. Need some more space. Okay. All right. So similar to before, we got a couple claws coming at Smoke. Looks like we'll have two. Looks like two for each of you is the way it's working out. So, and of course they have 2 attacks each. So, all right, here we go. So first 2 against Smoke is going to be, dang. Double check that modifier, but it looks like a 19 and a 22. So I think both those will hit. And then the second one is a 18 and a 21. So they're coming with some heat on that one. All right, so roll them out. So 15 damage on the first hit.
Probably a good time to uncanny dodge.
Some of it's cold if it matters. But if not, I'll just say it quicker. 9 on the second hit. 12 on the third. And 9 on the last one. So it's 15, 9, 12, and 9.
Okay.
Did you uncanny one of them?
I did, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. Sorry.
So it's
40, your death ward popped up.
45 total damage, yeah.
Yeah, well, I could uncanny dodge, take it down to 37, but that's more than I had left. So
okay,
drop to 1 hit point. Thank you for the death ward there.
Yeah, that's gonna come in clutch. All right, moving on to Estelle. As you'll, oops, wrong dice. Suffer the same amount of attacks coming at you. Damn, I got a crit. The other one will miss with the 16, but one of them critted. I'll just roll that real quick. Uh, 20 damage off of the crit total.
Alright.
And then
Still auto. Ouch.
the other 2 attacks. Looks like one will go through with the not a crit though. 25, not a crit, but and that will be 11 more damage. Okay, and then over on Clover's side of things, we have an 11 and a 21. So the 21 will go through. And
Clover shield.
Okay, shield will save you on that one, and then they have a 24, which should still be shielded. So you're good. Okay. All right, flurry of blows. Get it? Flurry? Oh. Okay. Mute it. I'll mute now. Go ahead, Smoke.
All right. I'm afraid I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay. Feel the snow pressing in from all directions.
Yep. And sorry, the map is not like big enough, so I'm going to use feline agility. So I'd actually like to move a little bit further away than that, but I'm right at the edge of the map. So,
Well,
and then,
Go
if I
on.
remember correctly, this one here by Estelle was the injured one.
It has
this one, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I would like to take a shot at that one.
So you did drop your bow for the short sword.
Okay. If I could scoop that up on my way out.
And so I think at that point, I mean, I guess you could drop the bow, pick up the sword, and then bolt. But now you're, or I mean, opposite.
Yeah.
Drop the sword, pick up the bow.
That would be lovely, because otherwise I'm going to be completely useless.
Yeah, I was thinking that when you were doing it,
And
but I was
also
like,
dead.
but I'll give it to you. Yeah, so you stick your sword in the snow as a distraction almost, as you kind of just boom, you use your prowess and stealth to kind of use that to run off with your bow, and then you turn back.
Okay.
Firing away at this one that's already damaged, aiming for the chips in the snow. You aim true, getting that extra bonus from your friend. Looks like 17 total. Very good. Now he just has a feathered end sticking out. Almost looks like a third arm on this fellow, but he's very severely injured.
Okay. Because I might as well go ahead and use my last wails from the grave. Actually, I don't remember if any of the ones around are visibly injured.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and with these guys, it's really easy to see. Even the psychic damage that's been tearing at them, it starts to make their heads wilt and melt and stuff. And you can see that this one is exactly as injured as the one you just hit, the one right next to it.
Okay. Is anybody more, or any of them more injured looking than that?
No.
So I would go for the most melted looking one.
Yeah, those two are the lowest by far. So do an
Okay,
additional 6.
well. And I'm all out of those. So
Okay. All right. If anything else, that was a good use of your turn. And then Estelle.
All right. Let's see if we can try this again. Swinging twice at this one on the bottom right. Okay. And
Oh, clap back.
All right.
So this
All
one,
right.
right?
Yeah, I know the rules. Sure. Let's just do an additional first level smite on the crit. So that's, hold on. This thing's not a fiend or undead, right? Or is it?
You probably have to check a little harder for that, but it doesn't. No signs are pointing to that off of your prior knowledge.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm asking mostly for the damage dice. All right. That is. Wait, let me just calculate that. Plus. That's 31 total on this one.
All right. This one, right? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and give us a good description of its demise.
Sure. If it's a typical snowman, what she does with her 2 attacks is she kind of segments the pieces, the layers of the snowman. Like the first one goes to the bottom, the one that connects the bottom and the middle half, and then the second one to knock the head off its shoulders, or quote unquote shoulders.
Plop, plop. Snow just starts
Right.
raining down. Clover, you almost lose yourself in the merriment as it seems like another nice snowy afternoon back before things got so complicated.
All right. And then for my bonus action, spiritual weapon will move through here, going to bonk this one because it was bonking that one earlier. Let me. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry if I got covered up. Okay, you got it.
There.
Nice.
that's a 30 for 10 on this one. This
Okay.
one.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, I guess that ends my turn.
All right, that ghostly blade leaves a nice imprint on the snowman, and you guys feel like this is a dangerous situation, but you're facing it head on and doing a good job. Clover.
Clover will kind of hold out her hand and shoot out 3 tiny coins to hit the 3 that are within 5 feet of her as she uses Word of Radiance.
Is
be a
it
Conti.
any that are within 5 feet of you?
Yep.
Because it should be 4 then. It doesn't look like it with this guy, but he is within 5 feet of you as well.
Oh,
They take, I guess they take up 4 squares. They seem large.
Yep. Gotta make a snowman large. This ain't a snow baby. All right. Let's see. So con save from 4 of them. Dang. So I got a 20 and a 21 off for the first 2, and then on the bottom 2, they got a 15 and a 9. So 2 save, 2 fail. Guess that's good odds.
Yep. And that is no damage on a save, so
So the bottom 2 take 10 each.
mhm.
Nice. They're all pretty much bloody. That guy's been hurt. That guy's been hurt. They're only these 3 by Estelle have been untouched, but the other ones have all been pretty well injured. Anything else from Clover?
Yeah, she'll have her spiritual coin bonk this one.
Oh yeah. Nice, dead on. Just
And
carving
that's
snow.
Clover's turn.
Okay, and then they'll go next. Let's see. So I think just to help. Decisions. All right, I'll. Okay, I think normally I would hunt you down, Smoke. I would chase you down right now. But I think since there's only 3 of y'all, I'll be a little less cruel as a DM, and instead just gang up on Estelle, which might be worse, maybe better, probably better. But anyways, Smoke, you feel like you kind of got away from their attention, and they'll come back for you later. As Estelle, you feel the cold presence kind of grow around you. And let's see if I can move this guy forward here. Then I could probably just move this guy in up on Clover. And let's see if they can strike away with their claws. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, 7 of them, and only 2 of y'all there. So I guess 3. Let's see, I'll just roll a dice to see who gets the extra attack. Looks like it'll be Estelle. So we'll go 4 for Estelle and 3 for Clover. So I guess let's go. All right, Estelle, AC 21. Here we go. Got 2 misses, 18 being the highest. That's 1 attack. We got another couple misses, so 1 snowman done. Then we got, it looks like 1 hit with a 22. The other one is a miss. So we got 1 hit.
Alright.
And then we have 2 more misses. So we got 1 snowman left coming for you. Looks like a 16 will miss. And so that's it. All right, you'll only take 1. Not bad for 8 attacks. 7 plus. Looks like you'll take 11 total.
Gotcha.
All right, and then on Clover's side of it, little twigs scratching, trying to gain purchase, and 2 miss incredibly badly, a 10 being the highest. The second snowman tries. He misses again with a 15 being the highest. As you feel like you've weathered the strongest of their blows. The last one tries. Ah, crap, I spoke too soon, I guess, because a 26 being a crit and a 23. So two hits on that last snowman.
She'll shield the 23.
Okay, so you'll just take the crit, which looks like only 18 total, so I'm not that bad.
All right.
And Smoke, you feel like you got an upper edge on the battle as you watch from afar, ready to penetrate.
All right. Well, that one was looking like it's lost a lot of snow, so I'm going to take a very careful aim at it and...
Nice. It just gets obliterated.
Right. But that's bonus action, and I can't move, so that's it for her.
Okay, hunkering down, to help your friends as their battle cries kind of echo across the snow drifts. You got to reduce the numbers, and so you do, Estelle.
Oh, sorry. All right, I was muted. Which one of these looks the most injured?
So the one on the south of Clover is pretty severely hurt. I would say that one for sure.
Gotcha. The problem is I'm surrounded.
And all 3 of those surrounding you look like they are like fresh snow that hasn't even been stepped on yet by anyone.
Understandable. All right, let's go for this one to my immediate right then. Swinging twice.
Boom, boom.
Oh, no, there's a 1 again.
Okay, so Do you have anything extra to roll for that first one? First-
Sure, I'll try to embolden that first one. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
4.
They both will hit. 10 damage.
Yep, 10 damage. Bonus action, let's hit the same snowman near my spiritual weapon
All right.
for 5 force damage. It's fine. 5 force damage.
You knock his silly top hat off into the snow, and oh my gosh, he looks personally offended.
Estelle's going to look at that snowman in particular and go, I'll aim for that carrot on your nose next.
Now he looks mortified. Not my carrot! How dare you!
But that's my turn. I can't really move.
Okay, Clover.
Clover will try to shower them in coins again.
Nice. They got all 4. What was it? A con save? Yep. Let me do that.
Yep.
All right. So 2 at the top. Looks like 1 will pass with the 20. The other one fails. And then on the bottom, looks like 1 will pass with the 23, and the other one will fail. So same thing again. We'll say the 2 on the right will take the damage.
And then Clover thinks Estelle has the right idea, so she's gonna have her spirit coin try to chop this one's nose off.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. As it careens into this snowman, a billowing cloud of the vapor kind of rises into the air, and sailing out of it, you see the nose of this creature just flipping end over end as it leaves behind just a pile of snow that is now totally destroyed. Estelle, you can even catch the carrot if you want and take a bite out of it.
That's a pretty cold carrot. She might just hold the carrot, and then she's just gonna put it in her bag instead.
You're like, who uses a parsnip for a snowman? This is ridiculous. All right. Anything else, Clover?
Nope, that's Clover's turn.
All right. Severely reduced already from last round as we're flying through them. Let's see. I think we'll roll to see who'll take the extra one there. I'd say looks like this time it will be Clover. So we'll go first. We'll go Clover. So the first guy swings his 2 and misses both. 13 being the highest. Second guy swings his 2, and this time he hits with both. You got a 24 and a 25. And then
She can shield 24.
Okay.
Why not?
You'll take only 9. No, wait, I'm sorry. 8. 8 total, with a little bit of that being cold from that attack. And then the last guy with your he didn't even get close. So yeah, you're able to shield. Only one barely gets through. This cold, stinking breath on your face. And on the other side of the field, you got only 2 now coming at you, Estelle. So you got, looks like 1 will make it through with the 22. The other one misses with the 15. And then the last 2 attacks will, I'm critting with these guys. 1 critted and 1 totally missed. So
Yeah.
looks like 15 from the first one. That was kind of high on damage. And then for the crit, 14. So the crit actually does less damage. It's funny how that happens sometimes. And that's all they can do as we're getting close to the end, and I think you guys are going to make it. All right, go ahead, Smoke.
I will take aim at that one. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Very precisely.
Oh. Ouch.
39 total damage?
Yep.
Wow. He was only been hit once too, but as you just split him asunder, it seems to carve right through him and just starts to plop one head, then the middle body, then the bottom of it just explodes in a flurry of snow.
Yay.
All right. Nice. You're picking them apart from over there. Anything else?
That's it. That's all. Bonus action, and move. So.
Smoke on the mountain, more like the avalanche. Am I right? All right, I'll mute again. Go ahead, Estelle.
All right. These two, I guess, aren't hurt, right? These two up here.
One of them is taking one of those radiance blows, but otherwise they're pretty healthy.
All right, let's go for the one that took the radiance damage.
Alrighty.
Nice. And
So
okay, 9. And the spiritual blade will focus on the nose. Let's go. 4, 6.
Cuts the carrot in half. The look of rage
Nice.
on this creature's face as he's just a shadow of his former self.
That's the idea. Anyway, yeah, that ends my turn though. I can't really move nonetheless.
He screams, "I'm gonna have to redo my glamour shots!" As Clover.
Her coins are working pretty well, so she's gonna keep doing it.
Alright, so dude on the left, underneath the blade, saves with a 22. The other one fails. And then the dude next to you there, he will also fail. So, let me mark those. This guy can't get away from the radiant damage.
Alright. Then her coin will attack the one that is right on top of.
Alright. Definitely. Yeah, they cannot miss with those.
And
Okay, very
that's
good.
Clover's turn.
Alright, coming through it. Almost at the end of these guys. It's 2 for 2 now, so coming towards this spell. Looks like, dude, another crit. I haven't used these dice in ages, and they must have been hungry. So one miss, looks like a crit, and then on the other one, 2 misses, and 17 being the highest. So let's see, is one of those sharp-ended twigs finds a purchase, and does just an even 20.
Gotcha.
Gonna be I know there's maybe not a long rest, but you're gonna have like 2 short rests in a row after this. Okay. Smoke. Blood starts to fill the snow around your friends.
Yes. Going to take very careful aim at that one.
All right, this is working pretty well
Oh,
for
yeah.
you. Oh my gosh! Was that 30? Oh, he's obliterated. Overkill. I think that might be. He's my token holder, so I'm just gonna move him over here for now. If you want to take it away.
They really are catching the smoke.
Oh no!
Well, yeah, I feel bad for walking off and leaving you guys there. I've got to do what I can from here.
No kidding though. I don't think they'd hardly even notice you're gone as your arrows rained fury down upon these guys. Anything else from Smoke?
That's it.
All right, Estelle.
All right. This one hasn't been hurt. Let's take aim at that one because you can't be left out of the party. Let's go.
Thank you.
24 and 22. Ooh, ouch. All right. Anyway.
I watched all my friends die. Shoot.
Through critically with arrows. Anyway, yeah, so that's 12 damage on this guy. Let's see if my spiritual weapon can chop off more of that carrot on this guy's nose.
Oh my gosh, he has exactly 9 health remaining, and a 25 will most certainly hit.
The carrot is gone.
So you add a snowman to your death list.
Nice. All right. I guess that ends my turn.
All right, Clover.
The snowman down here will hear a bunch of coins rattling in his head as Clover casts Toll the Dead.
He's like, I'm rich! I'm rich! Was it a wisdom save? Ooh, he failed badly. Badly he failed.
And that's a fat damage roll.
That's nice. As his body just stops, and this dolorous sound fills the air, and you just see him almost start to vibrate and twitch, and then suddenly just it all shoots out, almost like it implodes on itself. And he's dead. Whatcha?
And then she'll move her coin up to the remaining one. See if we can land a hit there.
And you definitely do for 12 more. Nice. This is
Good damage this round. That's Clover's turn.
I know, y'all came back with a vengeance. Little drawn out, but honestly, this was a pretty fun combat, as this dude will try his best. He will all of a sudden be like, I'm not going to let you shoot us down. And he immediately starts to charge over here towards Smoke. And one last ditch effort. Of course, that does invoke an opportunity attack from Estelle, if wanted.
Let's go. Definitely.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Smoke. I just thought I'd be a turd.
Okay.
No,
man.
Estelle, you gotta swing a little more to the right. Hold on one
Now I
second.
feel all bad. I'm like, why'd I do that? Okay, I'm sorry, Smoke.
Clover will actually use her bountiful luck to allow Estelle to
Ooh. Okay. All right. I'll re-roll that. Wait.
Okay, nice.
I haven't been used in a while. Damn. I will embolden that. That's
Okay,
a
nice.
14. 14 for 7. And just because he's going after one of my friends, I'm going to attach a smite.
Oh, okay, good.
Only first level though, because
So I'll admit that what I just rolled for his attacks. Oh, holy shit, that's very good. You know, I'll give it to you on that crit. He would have a few more HP, but there's no reason to be an asshole here, as that's pretty impressive. Actually, no, that is enough. Okay, anywho, he definitely would have knocked Smoke down, or you, either way. But instead, with one last grit of your teeth, you strike forward, screaming to yourself, I can do damage! And he definitely feels the full impact of that and just shreds into little just icy flurries. And we can exit a harrowing combat. And so this could provide helpful, as you are able to kind of recoup here, and you see kind of sticking out of the snow there from one of these, just destroyed forms, there is a tube. It was painted up to look like a carrot, but it actually is a tube, and as you can pop it open, you see a spell scroll of Leomin's tiny hut, which could provide pretty useful right now.
I can't cast that though. I think so. It's gonna have to be somebody else.
Don't have it here.
Let me check. Yemen's tiny hut is no. None of us can cast this.
Ah, shit. Okay. Well, you got it. You got it at least. I'm sure you'll hand it off to someone for a nice rest at some point. So I would say the problem here about just breaking out in the open is that it's cold as heck. So I mean, it's up to you guys how you proceed. There's gonna be dangers there, of course, but as of now, you feel like there's not anything around you that seems to be threatening you, and you are not very far away from the workshop.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well, I have potions here on me that I could, and I also have lay on hands that I could give off. So we don't have to rest out in the open. Unless you guys would rather rest out in the open.
I mean, I got a handful of potions myself, and also this bottle of dandelion mead.
I also have a bottle of dandelion mead. I was about to say, and I think one healing.
We're
potion.
getting drunk. I mean, at least the will provide warmth, you know?
Where did y'all get that? I'm curious.
I got mine from an epic over on the Adventure Leagues. It was like an event reward thing that you had to donate for.
The Adventures
Gotcha.
League and UTF
I remember that
both
one.
gave it out.
Okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, sounds cool. Okay, yeah. So of course, if that it gives you 4, so you guys could, whoever wants it, roll it out, I suppose, there and drink up. The warmth spreads and tingles throughout your body.
Oh, that's adorable. I'm not gonna lie. Do we? So we have 2 of those, right? So that's 4 cups.
Technically
8
8,
cups
right?
total.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Should you guys all make a few toasts to the winter solstice?
Honestly, I think you two should have most of this, if not all of it.
All I'm gonna say is happy midwinter then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I had one quick question first. Would say Smoke's hunter, who is much better versed in survival skills than she is, do you think it's possible to make like a little snow shelter or something so that we could get a short rest without freezing out here, or does that seem hopeless?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Just have to roll survival and see how you do on how well your fortifications would be before you hunker down.
With that, Estelle will give you guidance.
That would be lovely. Thank you. It's a good thing I didn't choose a hunter who froze to death.
Okay, so here's how this will go, in a sense, because it's every 15 minutes. You kind of have to check for that cold. We'll do the first. It looks like if you guys are taking the short rest, we'll do 5 of them. But the 4.
If it's every 15 minutes, do we really want to take that chance rather than just going on?
But I'd tell you, I mean, it is just behind the screen a little bit. It's not a very high DC to hit to not take the exhaustion. And then on top of that, if you obviously are going to succeed on your fortifications there. So you guys will all have advantage on those checks as well, except for the first one. We'll do one while you're building the fortifications.
Yeah, I mean, Estelle's not going to move very far, so the +4 to aura is always going to be there.
Sounds like the odds are probably in y'all's favor with this one, but it's up to you guys, of course.
Fortune favors the bold.
Hey. Okay, so if y'all want to do the first one, just no advantage, just while Smoke is kind of packing the snow up and stuff. Estelle's good. Clover is more than good. I mean, good God, guys.
I mean, that's only a 25 because I forgot to remove the D4s, but I think that's still good.
Yeah.
I was still in the middle of removing the D4. So.
29 with the aura, I think. So.
Yep. Okay, so I think Smoke. I need one from you though. Okay, so you get the fortifications built, and then we'll just do this quickly. I guess let's just do it by character real quick so we don't get them all mixed up. If Clover, do you want to give me 4 with advantage? You just want to roll them out quickly. So good, 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 and good. And then Estelle, do you want to do the same thing for me? Good, 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 and good. And Smoke with advantage, please.
And +4 to aura.
Okay, thank you.
Got it.
Shit.
Got it, and got it. Okay, so yeah, you guys have to kind of navigate carefully, but with your expertise, you kind of hunker down for an hour, and you guys can take a short rest however you see fit. Roll them hit dice, so regain anything that you might.
Nice. So are we also just drinking in there? I mean, I don't mind.
I thought I'd use my hit dice first, and then probably end up passing on the dandelion meat as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's use the hit dice. Although I feel I'm going to be using all of mine.
See, in most games, you don't even use the hit dice at all, so isn't this a nice change of pace?
Oh, boy.
I imagine y'all's little hour here kind of having a cuppa together and such would actually probably be quite a little merry break in the snow, Reminisce about the good times. That one time you were in Cholt and you were at the tropics, far away from these cold, foreboding lands.
Funny enough, Clover actually has been to Cholt.
You just close your eyes.
I'm in Cholt.
I mean, other than the pounding rain, fond memories. All right, so we'll keep going. As soon as you guys are done healing up and such, we'll go for like another 30 minutes, and then we can take a little break at the halfway point, and then we'll see where we stop at or whatever.
Okay.
Sure.
Being slow here.
Estelle has mostly been to the Feywild, actually, so she'll just be talking about probably the archways she's met. One of them she found very fun. The other one she dislikes very immensely. That's because that archfey is an unseelie archfey.
So I'd say since you guys are
Drinking lots of mead there.
took a bit of a hit there, and you guys are on a time crunch in game, as well as of course out of game. I would like to give you guys inspiration.
Hey.
Good job in that last fight, guys. Excuse
I
me,
would-
sniffling too, because yeah.
DM, your inspiration, is it a reroll or advantage?
I kind of like to leave it up to you. Either way, as long as you tell me, you could do it a reroll or advantage.
Gotcha.
Either way. All right. Anything else for you guys go?
Clover's dandelion meat is still up for grabs if anyone would like it.
Excuse me, sorry. I mean,
When in
if it's a
Rome.
drink, if it's a drink to keep warm, Estelle doesn't mind. Do I roll the 4d4 or should you? I feel like you should, because it's your mead.
Line them up.
All right.
4 shots.
Just pour them on out. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, those are some good ones too. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Estelle definitely feels the buzz now. I'll just lay on hands the rest for me. Let me just calculate how much that is.
So as you guys
I think
break out of your,
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
drink my healing potion as well. So
Okay.
try to. Oh, yay.
So as you guys have a small buzz there and kind of refreshed spirits, you kind of bust back out of your snow shelter into the wasteland here of Stygia, and you find yourself a little bit more in better spirits here as you kind of continue forward. And oh my goodness, you're gonna start wondering how strong were those drinks as you follow the tantalizing smell of gingerbread, and you make your way across the last 10 minutes or so of travel, but almost you find yourself almost just in a different state of being. Like this. All the danger that you just were facing before seems to be like a long distant memory as you come across this huge workshop. It's about 200 feet on a side. It seems to rise up about 25 feet. There's a large door here providing entrance from the front. And you can see kind of maybe in the crack of the door as it's opened, you can see that it's brightly lit beyond with light globes suspended from the ceiling. And the smell of gingerbread, hot cocoa, and a little bit of sawdust kind of starts to greet you, as well as laughter and gleeful voices providing a background buzz to the area. You can see a large hearth on one wall beckoning you to come forward. The storm around you seems to be kind of picking up in intensity, and you feel the desire to get out of it. And as you do so, you see a figure kind of open the door and stand there looking out. It seems to be a gnome by his features, and he's dressed in green lederhosen with a cute little red cap with white trim. He's holding a pile of steaming gingerbread cookies, and he looks up and sees you approaching and says, "Oh, guests! Welcome, friends of the gnomes! Well, I'm Norbert Gnome. Come on in out of the gnomey gnome cold and warm your gnomes by the fire. Ha ha! We've been gnoming you. The machinery is knackered. Hopefully you clever ones can gnome it out before Krampus becomes unjolly. Here, have a cookie." And you can see beyond him into this huge workshop filled with hundreds of gnomes just like him. And they all seem to appear pretty identical in every way, like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And in front of each is a little workbench upon which sits little tools and piles of these strange coins.
I've seen a lot of coins in my life. Also, these cookies are good, but they're not as good as the ones my mother makes.
Well, that makes sense. Ain't nothing like a the warm hug of a mom, or the love that she puts in her food. Oh, I remember my mom, Norbarella. Yeah, she was just great. And he seems like he could probably keep going on about this at length if he was allowed to. Oh, I forget myself. Now, I see by your smart-looking uniforms there, you're the technicians we've been awaiting. Come in. And he opens the doors wider for you to come on in.
I guess we're going in then. Okay. Just to clarify out of character, we need to put the shoe in the machinery, right? It's with who again?
Any one of y'all can have it that wants it, really. No, it wasn't totally specified.
Okay. Because I would have just given it to Smoke, because I think Smoke can easily hide easier than at least I can. But I don't know.
Okay. I'm good at hiding.
Will you take
I'm
the
not
shoe?
very good at normal thief things, but
I mean, if we want to be a little lighter on our toes, I do have something to help with that.
Ooh.
okay.
Actually, is this what's his name, Norbert?
Oh, yes, I'm Norbert. Oh, there's so many gnomes for you here to meet. I can't wait to introduce you to everyone. Oh, look, there's Nadine right there, right next to Norman.
Estelle's an introvert. This is gonna drain her social battery so fast. It's fine though.
He's like, why are you wincing? Now come, the magical conduit is actually just out back, but we'll pass right by the hearth, and I'd like to introduce you as we go. Now come. He starts to disappear into what's just like a crammed workshop of, honestly, not a whole lot of toys and things, and instead it seemed to be these coins being piled everywhere. And hopefully you'd be following him. He hardly seems to notice as he beckons you to come forward. Now come, you must meet everyone. Here's Nessa. She's in charge of the nails. And there's Naomi and Napoleon. Oh, he's the needle polisher. And this is Nikki and Nita and Neville and Nero. Oh, Nero makes excellent noodles. And this is Norma and Nikolai and Nigel, the nut tightener. Oh, well, that guy thinks a lot. Some say too much, but we call him Nomestradamus. He does the numbers. There's Nunzio. He's a bit of a nag, if you ask me. And then there's Nicole and Nina and Nicholas. That's kind of an odd name if you ask me, but we have all types here. Like that guy, his name's Nacer, and there's Nog, and there's Negan, and Natasha, and Nathaniel, and Neil, and Ned. And he's gonna keep going for a while, but eventually you find he's kind of, here we are. Here's the door to the magical conduit. Are you with me? And he turns back to see if you guys are keeping up.
I feel like Estelle would just be quiet, but like you can tell she's getting more exhausted the more names she starts talking about, because she's such an introvert. She doesn't talk to someone this hyper very often. Oh no.
All you see is these like little tiny beaming faces around you everywhere, and as he points to one, they'll come up and try to like shake your little hand, or you'll feel these little tugs kind of on the edges of your clothes and armor and such, as they all just want to get your attention, and they're all smiling and so beaming and so happy. But as you get to the edge, he says, now as I said, the machinery is a bit knackered, so just do your best to patch it on up, and well, we'll be in here. It's a little frosty out there.
Alrighty then. Estelle just wants to get in there so that they don't have to talk to anybody anymore.
So Smoke will try to like step discreetly between her and some of the gnomes if possible, so that.
Okay, so this is going to be a quick map jump here, actually, because first this is.
Okay.
Oop, hold on, I might have messed that up. Did I mess that up? I don't think so.
Are we gonna be the only ones in the room, the room with the machines, or?
Oh yeah, see. My bad. This is those little elves should not be there yet, or ever. But that was my mistake. Meant to cover that up. But you guys exit out from the north there, and you kind of come back outside into the cold, and you can see how they have all this strange machinery set up that kind of connects back to the inside of the factory. And you guys start to take a quick look at it, and this actually kind of functions as a bit of a puzzle. So really weird. I just wanted to show you all like the location of what it looks like there, and then this I made this map here. Did I move y'all over? Yeah, I did. Just to work out the puzzle, and we can go over that now. You guys hopefully are familiar with the draw tool on here. It's on your left where the little like 3D cube is. Or no, it's not. It's like the little paintbrush.
Okay.
Yeah, the little paintbrush. Because you get this is, without further ado, I suppose it's a bit of a puzzle here. You can see Norbert kind of takes you up, and he starts pointing at the different ends there, marked by the symbols, and he says the energy needs to be routed for each circuit, but the paths must not cross. They only move north, south, east, and west, so no diagonal funny business. Well, hopefully you guys can figure this out and then come back in and for a warm, hot cup of cocoa. Good luck. And he kind of disappears back in. So I'll leave it to you guys to discuss, your plan here, and then you guys can draw your little lines out there, and.
Okay.
So we're trying to connect all 4 types.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm guessing to each other.
And no diagonal moves.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to fix this, right? Even though we're technically supposed to sabotage it with the shoe.
That's what I was wondering. Also, if that cheery little guy is the overseer, I don't really feel that good about being supposed to,
He did not seem to have an air of authority, and he did mention Krampus. Okay. Krampus getting cranky, so you'd assume that's probably who's the overseer here.
Oh, no.
Also, you would remember Gar's demand for secrecy in ways, and that's where you can kind of see where, like, yeah, it seems kind of redundant. Like, why would we fix this if we're just going to sabotage it? But for the no strings attached type of situation, it makes the most sense to where it's like, oh, we fixed it, but in reality, whatever you guys decide to do.
All right, fair enough. Are we supposed to use all the spaces, or?
Not necessarily. Feel free to play with it a little bit if y'all need to. You can just draw your lines and stuff, and then you can always. I think we can just delete them pretty easily if we need to. Because it gives me, of course, I have like the answer, but I'll tell you, to answer your question, it doesn't use all of them necessarily. Actually, wait, let me see. Actually, yeah, I think it does. So I guess that's a little hint. Yeah, it uses every single square is used.
Gotcha.
Honestly, I feel bad for y'all. This shit would be hard to figure out. I suck at stuff like this, honestly.
About to say, I think out of all the Yale sessions I've ever played, I have solved a puzzle once.
So
I've solved one correctly once. I've gotten a ton of them wrong, though.
I may have to take time to reproduce it on paper or something, because I don't think I can ever get there just staring at it.
Yeah, I can. So you can draw. You could use the draw tool if that's helpful, and then I can send it. I could put it on the chat, and then you could the file. And then if it helps you to have it on your computer somehow, then
I'm just sketching it out. I mean, literally on paper.
Okay.
This is going to take me erasing and re-erasing, I think.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's not that obvious.
I thought it would have let me erase what I was doing.
No, it's a tough one, honestly. But I'll go ahead and post. Oops, I don't think that was the right one. No, yeah, it was. I'll go ahead and post it in the chat if anyone wants it or whatever. But yeah, and we don't have to spend a terribly long time, but yeah, we'll give it a few, and then if y'all feel like whatever, we can just we can move on.
What's it called? This is the difficulty of playing D&D. Actually using your int. It's my dumb stuff though. Shit.
It's always a collective groan. It's oh, puzzle time. Oh, crap.
No. Clover has 8 int. I'm just role-playing, guys. Trust me.
Just start connecting wires. Oh, shit.
and then you have to play a character with more than 8 int, and you're like, fuck! I'm
So
not the smart.
here's one way. I'll give it a few minutes, and then I'll give y'all one of the. I'll draw one on there that it's supposed to. There might be multiple ways to do it too, honestly, but I'll draw one on there as like a clue, and then we'll see if that helps. I'll give it a few more minutes though.
These two are kind of confusing because they can't intersect. Darn it.
And if I could give a clue, it's not simple. They do not just go straight to each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, who
That's
did
hard.
this? This was created by a monster.
Yeah, I figured they wouldn't. I mean, if. That's gonna pose an issue, though. I should probably start with this one. Why am I starting with that one?
Alright, I'm gonna use green lines for Clover.
Do it.
Do y'all want me to give you one of them?
I think we'll be here all day if you don't.
Okay, I'll give you the most complicated one, in my opinion. It's the... Oops, hold on. Let me see if I can freeform. There it is. So I'm green as well. This is the moon.
What's worse is I'm doing this without a mouse, so it's just a touchpad for me. I have to draw that.
Okay. Is that complicated?
What?
Okay, so as you can see, the electric one that you were starting there probably won't work.
Yeah.
But alright,
Like,
I'll give y'all a few more minutes on it, and then I'll give you another one. Oh shit, good job.
Yeah, that has to be that one.
yeah, so
Has to be.
the moons are already connected. The lightning's connected. So that means that this would look like this.
Yep.
Then,
Okay, you guys are too smart. I gave y'all the easier. I made it too easy,
Yeah.
but it's a good puzzle.
Now the hard. Yep.
the complicated one is the complicated one.
Good job, guys.
Well done.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. And then, so as you guys connect the pieces, it seems like it'll work as it's intended to do so. However, you guys, of course, probably have different plans. And as that would function, you feel this heavy wooden boot in your hands, Smoke, and you will need to give a sleight of hand check, which I'm sure will be all too easy for you.
Guidance, nonetheless.
Oh, thank you. Go ahead.
Is enhance ability? Did you cast enhance ability or no?
Clover offered to cast it. No one said yes, but if someone
Right.
had said yes, she would have cast it. So I don't know. That's probably up to Tally.
I'll save it for you because it doesn't seem like an all too difficult task, especially with the expertise of Smoke on the mountain, and especially with that little bit of guidance. You're able to insert the wooden shoe, and you feel like that'll do it. With that, it seems like the only other thing to do would be to let Norbert know.
All right. I guess we just skedaddle then.
So you can go
Okay.
back into the workshop, and you can. It's almost hard to pick them out as they all seem to be so identical looking. But after a while, as you guys kind of scan across the crowded room, eventually an elf kind of comes up and he goes, "Are you looking for me? It's here I am. I'm Norbert. Isn't it obvious?"
Does Norbert have any defining features compared to like the other people in the workshop or no?
As you start to peer a little harder, you almost don't even know if it's your imagination, but maybe his ears are a little pointier than the others, or perhaps his nose is just a bit smaller. But it's you're almost like you find yourself wondering if you're just imagining it. But he comes up and he says, "Wow, that was mighty quick. I knew you guys were the right ones to call. Everything's good to go, huh? We got to get our production back on scale here. Krampus is going to get rather angry if we don't get these coins out. And between you and me, it's a little tricky."
What? Making coins?
Well, you see,
It should work. It should work.
these aren't any ordinary coins. These are soul coins. And as he holds it up, you can see that whatever he thinks this isn't quite as, you can see like some foil kind of peeling back on one corner, and most definitely like chocolate underneath. And he says, "Yep, 100% genuine soul coins. Yep, that's what they are. And now let's fire this bad boy up, thanks to you guys." And he leads you back outside, where he starts to push some buttons on a control panel there, and the workshop flares back into life. Chugga, chugga, chugga. A little slow at first before the dull thrum of this machinery around you starts to fill your ears. All of a sudden, though, you can see where you had placed the boot in the gears, and it starts to wind around, and then it comes up and it gets smashed in between two gears, and Norbert looks up and he says, "Oh no, what is that?" And the boot shreds to pieces, and coming out of it, you see that there was a little gremlin magically put here in disguise, and as he appears out of the shoe, he just starts to wreck the machinery. Everything you guys had just fixed and more. He just destroys gears, little bits and odds of metal flying everywhere as it just cackles gleefully, and then disappears into the gloom of the snow here. Norbert looks up to you, and you see a few more gnomes start to trickle out of the workshop, and they all turn to face you, and before their innocent, gleeful countenance is replaced with one of just fury and hate, and each of them grabs the nearest blunt object they can and starts to swarm your compatriots. And Yosef, before you can react, the gnomes are on you, poking, biting, scratching, talking your dang ears off anywhere they can cause damage. And of course that's going to be some initiative, and I do have some little fellows. Oops, that was not what I meant to do.
Ow, this hurts, especially all the talking.
So sick of this!
No. That's don't forget y'all +4s, I suppose. Because
Thank you.
yeah, the aura does that.
So there's one for each of you, so don't mind that little fellow who just went off the deep end. Let's see if I can...
I'm not used to going first.
Let's see how I do these. So each one is a swarm. I know they're just represented by one, of course, but each one is like a swarm of these little tiny elves that are crashing towards you guys, trying to get vengeance for ruining their day. Let me see real quick. And then, I think after this combat, we should be able to take a little break. To me, it looked like the runtime of this adventure is kind of in between 3 and 4 hours, and so we probably won't hit the full 4-hour mark, but we'll see. Okay, let me get them. Sorry about that. Actually rolled decently on initiative myself. Oh, hey, looks like you will not go first, so don't worry about getting used to that.
Wonderful.
All right, so as there seems to be one for each of you, they all run up to their counterpart here and try to swarm all over you. Oops. Okay, sorry, struggling there with my clicker. All right, so each of them gets kind of a bitey, thrashy attack as they swarm all over you. The first one to smoke will be a 19 to hit as they jab and poke and pull, and that will do only 2 piercing damage to you.
Okay.
And I will need a Constitution save.
All right. This doesn't have the +4 from... Nope. Nothing.
+4 from aura.
Okay, and
Oh,
you could see that
strategy.
they have this chill emboldened into their weapons, but you are able to resist that, so you don't. Oh, actually, you will take half damage. So it was half is 9. That actually rolled pretty decent on that. So 9 cold on top of that.
Okay. Is that something Uncanny Dodge will work on? Or.
It was a con save.
Right, so probably not. It's just, I wasn't clear.
Yeah.
So when if it's like, poison or something, if it's a right or on the attack, that's what I wasn't clear on.
Yeah, it's like poison. That's the way it functions. It's just like poison. So I don't know if that would or not.
I'm not clear, so I'll just assume that it won't.
Okay. And then, of course, you got some people try to do the same thing on the other side. Looks like towards Estelle will be nowhere near with only a 9, as you're able to just fend off all these little tiny blows. And then Clover, who looks like will probably be the same with 13. You're able to just fend them all off. Ding, ding, ding. And then we'll go to Estelle.
All right. Sure. I'll do the same thing as earlier. Casting Bless again on all 3 of us. Let's see.
Thank you.
I don't really have any bonus actions because of the thing. So I guess, I just do that and I end my turn for the time being.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and move y'all's spiritual weapons off to the side, and then in case y'all want to use them or not. But for now, they would not be there. Okay, so preparing for the worst. Clover.
Clover will reactivate her emboldening bond, and then she will yell, "Misfortune on ye!" as she quickens Bane on the 3 storms.
Funny how there's 3 of them. Okay, charisma saving throws.
Yep.
Ooh. And they are not the most charismatic. It looks like 2 fails and another fail.
It's basically an anti-bless where they have to subtract the d4 from everything, but they can repeat the saves on their turns.
Okay, nice. Okay, so they're all... I'll give them a little juju symbol. They got the bad juju from you.
Yep. That's Clover's turn.
All right. I love how the first round is kind of like the buff, debuff turn. Smoke.
I'm gonna take a. Why is it not letting me? A weird snap to grid. I'm trying to just step up to where I can be near the one that's nearby Estelle.
Okay, yeah, the positioning of them might be a little strange because they're really supposed to be like teeny tiny, but you can hardly really see them. So they're not. They're kind of spaced for large creatures, but they're really not supposed to be.
Okay. Well, basically, I was trying to not move out of this one's range while, getting to the one within 5 feet of Estelle. If that works.
Yeah, I'll just shrink them down, and then that was something I was thinking.
Okay.
But I can see how it's better to do it like this.
Okay.
Even if they're a little tiny.
Well, then I'm going to hex that one.
Okay.
Let's say dexterity. And cast Green Flame Blade and try to hit it. With a short sword.
Wacha. Okay.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you do.
Ouch. That's 36 total. 36 plus that.
That's the 8 fire damage. So
36. 44. Ouch.
Okay, let me see. So you can see that. Well, I guess I should probably ask: is that a regular short sword or a magic?
it is a regular short sword.
Okay, so your piercing damage, as there's just so many of them writhing all over each other, it's kind of hard to like really get the true pinpoint damage of it. However, the fire is inescapable. They just they feel that completely. All right. Anything else? Though? Very good.
Well, 11 of that was necrotic.
Oh, okay.
Right. And 14 of it was piercing, but 11 was necrotic.
Okay. So
I think. Well, actually, hang on. Where's the? Sorry, I'm having trouble reading the. Because actually, it looks like maybe 6 is necrotic. It's a very weird layout there. I would think that this would always be on the right.
I think I got it. I took off 10 more damage. I think that should be about where it should be. And this swarm is already now reduced to half. So I'm sure you guys are more than familiar with how the swarms work and stuff. But yeah, this you see a few of these small bodies drop to the ground and lay still, but the swarm still is writhing and trying to stab, bite, scratch, poke at you.
Okay. Well, that's it for her.
Okay, and then they rise up as you did that to them. I guess I'll focus fire here to be a little more, make the combat a little more dangerous. As those two will both turn towards you there, Smoke, and it's a D4 for Bane, right? Do you want to roll?
Yeah. Sure. Do you want to use 1 dice for all of them?
Yeah, I guess
Just
that'd
to make
be,
it simple.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so
Just a 1.
-1. So we got 2 trying to come at. Looks like a 16. Oh no, it's -1. My bad. Hold on. Oh yeah, that'll hit anyway. So dirty 20 on one, and the other one would have been a 14. Yeah.
The 14 will miss.
And I was incorrect about them getting to repeat the save, which feels weird for a first level spell, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Oh, as long as you have concentration, I guess that's the kicker. There.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should. I guess I already did it. I should have attacked you first then, huh? But oh well. Looks like one did make it through. That'll be so 4 piercing to you, and then will you make a con save? So you will save. So you'll take half, which will be 7.
Okay. I think I might as well dodge for the 2 that it will drop off. Guys.
Okay, and then on the other side of it, we have towards Clover. Looks like, oh, I did hit a crit on that one. No matter reduction on that one. Okay, so go ahead if you'll give me that con save, and then.
Is this the con save for the poison or for the concentration?
It's more like snow poison, but yeah, for the poison, I guess, for the snow, the icy
Okay.
cold. Okay, so let's do that. 2. Okay, so you're good. So it'll be 7 piercing, and then I need more d6s.
Just 7 piercing?
Yeah, there'll be some of that cold though.
Whoop.
It looks like 13 cold in addition to that. That's half of it,
Okay, so that's 20 total.
because that was the crit or whatever. But yep.
Yeah.
And then now it's a stealth.
And Bane's still good.
Okay, good call. Good call.
You auto pass because of the aura. Because your passive is 8. 9 actually, plus 4. So yee. Is this the one that kept getting hit by the critical fire?
Oh yeah, that one is reduced to half. The swarm is much smaller than the others. You can tell.
Gotcha. I'm gonna aim for that one. Go.
Hard to pinpoint these tiny little guys, but you do.
I will try to embolden the second one. That is 14, 17.
Does the moon touch?
That's just 9.
Does the damage count as magical?
Yeah.
For moon
It's a
touch?
magical. Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Mm-hmm.
9.
That's 7 total.
Total.
If ever.
12.
9 total, sorry.
I'm sorry. What was the total?
It's 9. It's 9.
Oh, okay.
Emboldened is the other one.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Yeah, I feel like this combat will be a little less deadly. Okay. Anything else for Estelle?
No. Yeah. I'll end my turn there.
You almost feel bad as you like knee one in the stomach and he drops, and you throw an elbow into another one. You know, you're doing whatever you can here to the hilt of your blade. Boom, boom. You know, they're just dropping like flies, and they're so small, it's almost like children in a way. And you're like, oh my gosh, this doesn't feel right. Until one looks at you and he has the face of an old man. So, oh, that ain't right either. Boom, you just knock him out. You're like, what's wrong with this place? You can see that as you beat them into submission, their guise starts to slip a little, and you can tell that, you know, these aren't quite what they seem. Clover, though, go ahead.
All right. I think Clover's just going to start off by mind slivering the one right in front of her.
All right, looks like I can do that. So he was this one? No, that was the other one. Okay. All right. Intelligence save.
And they're all banged.
Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, so he fails.
All right. If that one makes another saving throw before Clover's next turn, that's another minus 1d4. But
just like
and then she'll get her.
Okay, go ahead.
She'll get her coin back out.
All right.
And hit the same one.
Flip, flop, flop. It definitely hits for another 5. And so as you cast your magic, you just see one of the elves of the swarm just like drop down to the ground as he like clutches his head, and like blood starts to leak out of the ear. And then the coin kind of just swaps in there and knocks another one out. And so a couple of them drop out of the swarm, but you can see there's still more to go.
That's Clover's turn.
Oops, I just became a cone. All right. And Smoke. Smoke on the mountain.
Going for that same damage swarm. I'm going to aim my sword carefully and cast Green Flaming Blade at the same time.
Okay, very smart. So that turns it to magical, right?
I don't think it turns the piercing to magical.
No? Okay.
Right. But, so it's, it's 3 necrotic and 2 fire. So 5 magical damage and 21 piercing.
Oh, hey, that's enough. Because he had 10 left, and then you have the piercing, and so he will be dead. Any kind of flair you want to give that? I know it's kind of not good.
I don't know that I want to describe crispy burning gnomes there.
Ah! I will tell you, though, that you feel a little less bad as you knock this swarm out and the groups of gnomes die. Their hats start to fall off, and the magic of their disguise leaves them, and you can see in their place these puny little imps.
Ooh, I feel a lot less bad now, thank you.
So as each of them start to die and fall, they turn into like little imps and stuff, and don't seem quite as merry. All right, anything else for Smoke?
Actually, nope, I'm all out.
All right. And this one will try to avenge his 20 fallen friends or so, and looks like he will hit with a 24. And this one is still a full old swarm here. So we'll got 7 piercing, and if you'll do a con save.
All right, I will. Uncanny dodge the piercing, but.
Oh, okay. This one actually gets through.
I'm going to send you the emboldening bond.
And also a +4 from the aura. So that's a 12. That's a 16.
Yes.
Okay, a little help from your friends makes a big difference as
a lot of help.
You are able to resist the cold as they batter. So you'll only take half, so you took 7, and then you'll also take 8, so a total of 15 total.
So it'd be 14 because I uncanny dodged piercing.
Okay, so 14 there for your Smoke as that swarm tries to do what it can. Yeah, we'll just keep them right there.
Wait, that's 11? Wait, I thought you said it was 8 cold.
It was 7 and 8, yeah, so 15
right.
minus
that's
1, 14.
3 and 8, yeah. That's 11. I uncanny dodged
okay.
the
My bad,
7.
I misunderstood.
Right, so.
Nice. Perfect. Okay, you got that. This dude over here, I guess he'll just come over here. So now they're on opposite sides. Looks at Clover menacingly. You've revealed our true forms! Ugh, we're hideous, we know it! And he will try to bite, thrash, kick, pull hair, whatever you can. But he will fail. You batter him, kicking him off. You one hand smacking, and it's still.
All right. Is this one more? Is this one more damage?
I think he's taking a scratch. Where the other one hasn't been hit at all.
All right. Is it prone, or am I just seeing things?
He's just turned.
Gotcha. Anyway.
I like to look my enemies in the eye when I chew on their legs.
Right. Okay. Swinging twice at this one then.
Okay.
Let's go with. The hell? Oh, there. I will embolden that second one.
All right, that turns a miss into a hit as well. So that'll be a total of 7.
Yeah. Yep. 7 total. That's all. And we'll have to move back because aura things. It can AO me if it wants to.
Oh, it tries and it misses. 16.
All right. Gotcha. Yeah, that ends my turn. I just hit it and move back.
Do you have any? Oh, never mind, aura. Never mind. I remember the aura.
All right.
Okay, Clover.
Yep.
All right, Clover's gonna look at the imp and say, I don't think you're that ugly, but you might still be dead soon. And she'll
Thank
cast
you.
Mind Sliver.
I mean, what? Get out of my head! Fail on the save. So I'll take the 6. Another
All right.
body drops and changes forms.
And then she'll move her coin over and whack with it.
Swap, wop, wop, wop. All right. Boom. Nails them, I guess, for 12 more force.
And that's Clover's turn.
All right. And as that happens, the swarm is reduced to less than half. Just good. And now we'll go to Smoke.
So this swarm was still full size, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, this one hasn't even been touched.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action disengage.
All right.
When I'm over here, actually, spacing is weird. Okay. Then when I'm over here, can I reach this one?
Yep.
Okay. So green void blade.
So you play to your strengths.
I move the hex to it. Oh, actually, I can't move the hex to it.
You see how that
So
swarm is
we're more the
distracted.
custom.
Beautiful, beautiful. So 18 there.
So no, because I can't move the hex, so it's going to be 17 piercing, and I'm about to send you the fire.
So
Oh, 1 damage of fire.
all right, definitely effective still, even though it seems like they're not as, they're hard to really just puncture and pierce, and yet you still feel like you're diminishing the swarm as you stab your short sword in there. Anything else for you there?
That's it.
I love how you play to your strengths. You use the distraction with Clover to get in there and maximize what you can do. And I guess I'll stick with that. This one will still target Clover. You just run up and kind of sneakily do it. So it targets... Oh my gosh, that's a good thing too. I wonder how many crits I freaking rolled today. I guess got to make it challenging. But unfortunately for it has been reduced to half, so it seems a little less effective. But I did just roll a crit. So for the pierce, it will be 4. 4 piercing. And then if you'll do the con save for me. Looks like you'll pass, so you'll just take the half. I didn't roll high on that though. So it'll be 14 extra from the cold damage. And then if you'll do a con save for your spell, I believe, right? Or do you...
She can't fail, but I can roll it just because.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'll pass.
All right, and then this dude, these swarms. I guess I'll be funny. He's like, "What do you think you're doing? You can't get away from me!" And he'll try to chase down Smoke. Goes for a horrible miss. Looks like an 11. And then it's Estelle.
All right. This one hasn't been hit, so Estelle will make sure that they're not feeling left out. Gonna swing twice at this one. Go with. Oh, I almost pressed the wrong thing. Sorry. Eh. That's a 17 and a 19 for 17 total.
Okay, both seem to be very effective.
Okay.
There's a few.
I moved a little. I'll move just a little more. I think.
Step
yeah,
over a couple
alright.
imp bodies that you just dropped. Prepare for the next onslaught.
Yeah. But yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay, Clover.
Clover's gonna keep chaining the mind slivers.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Looks like they fail again, so take the foe.
And then another clink from her coin.
Another gnarly blow, and there seems to only be like 2 elves remaining in this swarm, as though they've been severely reduced. Anything else there?
Nope, that's her turn.
Okay, Smoke, the finisher.
Another careful green flame blade on those same ones.
And that is a kill.
Okay.
Piles of little imp bodies all around you. Anything else for Smoke?
Nope, nothing else I can do.
Okay, so as you dispatch that one, yeah, I guess since Estelle is the one that just did last damage, it targets Estelle, throws attack, definitely misses. Would have missed Smoke too with that one. And that's all it can do, as it'll be Estelle's turn.
All right. Doing same thing, swinging twice. Oh, sorry. No emboldening, so that's just 21 and... Oh, sorry. Yeah, 21 and... I think that's a 22 for 12 total.
Okay,
I had-
boom. Couple more of them drop. Anything else?
No, enter.
Okay, we're getting close to the end of this one now. If Clover, go ahead.
Yep. It keeps working, so she's gonna keep doing it.
Come on, I can
Never
save.
mind.
Nope, can't save. All right, and now as you notice, a few more drop, clutching their ears. They transform back into their hideous counterparts, and they are reduced to half.
And then she'll move her coin over there.
Oh no! Boom! Heavy thud. That definitely does ring out.
That's Clover's turn.
Okay, now we're going to Smoke, the finisher. Watch this.
Going with another precisely aimed green flame blade.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's enough. A 17 to hit for 21.
And 3 fire.
Yeah, as the coin rises up, one of the imp just peels off of it and plops to the ground, and then you see your opening and just jab forward, cutting the rest of them to pieces as they all fall down, and you realize these guys weren't as merry or gnome-like as they tried to convince you guys that they were. After that, you kind of can pick over the wreckage out here of the machinery and on the gnomes themselves, and they have a few little random odds and ends, some things that they were working on for projects and stuff here at the shop, but nothing really too much of value. As you guys would return back to the workshop to get out of the blustering blizzard here, you can pick over these soul coins, but as was kind of previously indicated, they're most definitely not made from the souls of the deceased, and instead are made from minty chocolate. I'm sure you could collect a few of those for your own, stash if you like. Other than that, there's really nothing that draws your attention in this room until you see a set of double doors in the back wall, kind of opening into a long hallway. You'd assume, hey, could have only one way to go to check for this overseer. And in front of his hallway to deeper in the complex here, you see a glass case, and inside the case, it says, "In case of emergency, break glass," naturally. And it seems to be a kind of strange, unique weapon. Did you say Estelle was the one who had been to Cholt?
No, not me.
My bad, I'm sorry. Which one?
I think it was
Clover has.
and
Clover.
Smoke.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Clover, you kind of recognize the weapon in its origins, probably from being from Cholt. It's kind of like a small spear of sorts. It's called an Iklawa or Yiklawa. I know it's kind of a weird word, but in any case, it's there.
Ah, yes, I saw a bunch of merchants selling stuff that looks like this.
Hmm.
But
How do
before
you?
we break the glass, I do want to take a swig of my healing potions.
Okay.
Not as good as
Oh.
but
And you guys feel safe enough here. You do remember that you have an 8-hour time limit, and you guys have only used about an hour and a half of that. So if you did need to take another short rest, this would be a great time to do so.
I have my hit
no
die left.
I could actually, what's it called? Estelle just hands you each one of her superior potions because she has 4. So you can you can take one each.
thank you, that's very kind.
Yes, thank you.
Those ones
Fine.
are...
Hold on, let me look the things up because honestly I forgot. They are an 84 plus 8.
Wow. Thank you for being so generous with your resources.
Support, am I right?
Hey, you gotta stick together when there's only 3 of you too. I was playing a game the other in the summertime with a couple of like the kiddos around the house and stuff, and I just used one of my characters to even the party out. And yeah, we'll say I used a lot of potions that game. I was like, damn. Okay, so you guys kind of patch up, share another swig. This one kind of clears your mind instead of hazing it, but you feel better for it. Did you guys want to check out the emergency break glass thing before you move on?
Check it out. See if it seems trapped or anything.
So
What were you
sometimes
about
I would
to say?
require a use of identify, but I think with only 3 of y'all, and you know, you guys have been burning spell slots like no other and such to keep each other alive and such. I'm not gonna crucify you on this one, but you guys smash the glass open. It isn't trapped or anything, and you find kind of some power resonating from this item, and you realize you found quite a cool little artifact here. I will show that to you guys. So this is your, quote unquote magic item for the adventure here. It's called the Iklawa of Warning. So I'm sure you guys know what the warning.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so you guys know what the warning weapons do, I'm sure, but I've popped it up now for you. You can see that it's a Yikalwa, so it's the traditional Cholton weapon of choice. It's somewhat like a spear. I guess the cool thing is you can throw it, although not very far, but yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. It's just kind of a cool, unique weapon, honestly. But yeah, so there you go.
I think the neat thing about it is that it's considered a simple weapon, which would make it the only 1d8 simple weapon.
Oh, okay, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that is cool.
Oh, wow. Good point.
That's what's up. That makes it more useful. Yeah.
I mean, if we have it now, and what's it called? It's a simple weapon. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that what's it called? I'm pretty sure that Smoke could use this already.
I'm not very strong. So yeah, I need finesse
It's
weapon.
not a finesse weapon. Never mind.
But yeah,
Yeah, my brain.
I think it could still be useful for the effects that it has, because I know you only came in with 1 magic item, right?
Right.
So I mean, you might as well just have it on your person, and then it'll give you. Let's see, you'll have an advantage on your initiative, and then you'll also cannot be surprised.
Although, would you have to be attuned for that?
It does, but it only takes an hour to attune, and I did just offer a short rest.
I will lose my hex if we rest is the only thing, and I can only do that once a day.
Okay, hey, it's up to you. If you think the benefit's worth having, if not, you can just save it for later.
I mean, I obviously love advantage on initiative and not being surprised, but at this point, being able to do that little bit of extra damage might be more helpful to you guys.
Hexes.
Otherwise.
Yeah. All right. I'm sure it'll come more in handy in a later adventure, but Very cool.
From
So you
her
guys
home country, Smoke loves it.
can move into the hallway to try to find this overseer. I guess this would be a good time for a quick break, maybe 5 minutes or so. I know I need to blow my nose, but yeah, if you just want to throw an X in the chat or whatever, and then we'll go meet Krampus.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty, I see Smoke is back.
Yep.
I'm here.
And Clover. Okay, we'll give just another minute or two. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I know we had a few people drop, so it's always, to me, communication's everything. So, whenever you're posting the game stuff ahead of time, I can count on you to be here on time and things like that. It does mean a lot to me, so thank you guys.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks for running. This has been a very fun game.
It has.
Heck yeah, you're definitely making this a good one.
First time I've ever been in a group where the other players were all women as well.
I know, I was like, wow.
Actually, yeah, that's fair. I was actually kind of nervous because I don't usually play on this server, so I was like, oh no, strangers, no.
No.
Yeah, if that's anything I can pride on ourselves on, is we're just maybe awkward in some ways, but it's a pretty open place in general, so it's not really a place that's you'd ever feel like too judged or anything. So yeah, I'm happy about that. That's something that I'm proud of.
Yeah, the group's been really good. I've been having fun.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I've met really nice people on this server, actually.
Well, heck yeah. I guess let's jump on back into it.
Right. Well, I want to say a quick thanks,
yeah.
Telly, because you were like one of the first people I met. I don't remember where. I was on some other server, and you were recruiting for this server.
Mm-hmm.
And sent me a direct message kind of invite, and I've met a lot of nice people, so thanks for that.
Hey, no, I appreciate that. I need to do that a bit more. That's when I was doing that. I'd look for people on the postings that seemed like they would either be open to this or were kind of looking directly for something like this. And I'll admit I haven't done that as much lately, but I appreciate it because it's a lot of work, and I'll be putting that in on all times. It's definitely affected me at times and my family and stuff, but I've always really tried to push through, and I don't always do those things. I mean, trying to look for people that we could build a cool thing with and stuff, and yeah, sometimes it's tough, and I'll be feeling the stress of it, but perseverance. And what really keeps me going, honestly, is just some really cool people like you guys, and then when I see DMs to like Blue or like Reese and stuff step up and try to keep it going too. And Reese is even when I had a couple of my little dramatic moments, that Reese would be messaging me on the side and being like just kind of talking me through stuff and tell me he'd offer himself there for whatever. He's like, let me know, and I'm like heck yeah. I'm not gonna forget about you, dude. But
Nice.
anywho, so you see this hallway here leading on to where you'd hope you could find the Overseer. Seems like the only thing left to do here after you shoved the old wooden shoe into the gears. And this hallway is of worked stone. Seems to be about 20 by 20, so width and height. And most of it is pretty dark as you make your way through here. The almost merry lights from before are left behind. But as you go through towards the middle, you see that there is some sort of barrier set up, and it's actually like a series of sheets of magical energy. And you see a control panel sitting in the wall next to you there, and the sheets are like fire making up the barrier. And you just smell this acid, sulfur, ozone, and strangely mold cider. But the barrier here in front of you emits kind of this crackling and burning energy, such as lightning or fire. And so, in conclusion, this whole entire hallway is blocked by these overlapping elemental effects in the form of these sheets. On each side of this barrier, you do see the control panel, perhaps to use here. It contains one large central button surrounded by 7 smaller buttons. As you kind of take a look at these sheets, you can notice poison, fire, cold, acid, psychic, necrotic, and lightning. You get the feeling that it'd be quite painful to try to run through these, and there's literally no way to squeeze around it, even if you were a plasmoid. And set into the wall here, of course, is this panel with a large stone button, and there were 7 smaller ones I indicated, and they are all glowing red. And so this will be another time to take you on back to the puzzle screen, as we'll kind of go over how this one works. And I wish I would have had the words on there, so that's something we'll just have to work on real quick together. But here's kind of what this panel looks like. And so you guys can move. Everyone should be able to move these little buttons, as you can see, which will be helpful. And we can assign, there's the numbers there, which is helpful, but we can assign the types to that too for what it matters. But essentially, you guys can get the sense that if you press the large central button, it would reset kind of everything that's happened, activating all the sheets again and illuminating like all of the others, essentially a button. So with the way this works is you guys can just experiment with it. Of course, you would press a button, like let's say the number 1, and it shuts off the corresponding sheet, like the fire red sheet energy just suddenly goes off. In addition to that, it turns the 2 buttons next to it to the opposing state as well. And so if you press 1, the light goes off, but the light also goes off here. And so this is how the puzzle works. If that's not clear, let me know.
Okay.
Or if you have just like a random something you would try to do to move it forward, let me know and I'll tell you what happens, because I know it's I hope that revealed enough. Essentially, you feel like your goal here would be to somehow shut off all these buttons to get all of the barriers to disappear, so you could just walk right on through. And so we'll just say you started up here, and you can reset that however you want, but you press number 1 and then it turns off, but so does number 7 and number 2. And so how would you guys like to progress?
Okay. Could
Okay.
I attempt to press number 4? I want to test something.
Okay, and so I'll line the effects up with how it's written in order from what I have it. So I can say them when it matters and stuff, I suppose. But so you press number 4, and it goes off, as well as 3 and 5. And now only one single sheet is remaining there, and that one would be black. You can barely see through it, as it is just this black necrotic wall of energy.
It's that kind of puzzle. Okay. Yeah. I guess how this goes is what's it called? Usually the when you press a button, the ones on either side of it will also either turn on or turn off depending on if they are already on or off.
Yeah.
So, oh boy. I didn't think I was going to use so much.
That does
Right?
indeed.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and so if you want to, you can press the central button by moving it over, and then we can reset all of them, and you can start from the start if you so desire. But how you guys can talk it over. You can all move these things
Okay.
too. So as long as we're kind of coordinating, anybody can move them.
So I grabbed some dice and was like moving them around, trying to see if I could figure it out.
Okay, so let me know.
Can I test what happens if I press number 7? Like this one.
Yeah, so
Like
it turns back on. Number 6 would turn off, and number 1 would turn back on. And so now the black wall disappears, and in its place you see like a purple one.
I see.
And like
It really is close. Okay. I have 8 in IRL. This is my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna think about this really quick.
Merry Christmas.
The holiday season, indeed.
This is another
Mm,
tough one, and I'd say probably less tougher than the other one was, because that other one, I mean, that was just a mess. But that's something you'd sit. That's like someone's homework or something. You're like, what the hell? But yeah, there, you know.
mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, mm, um, it doesn't help that it's like 2:30 in the morning here.
Ouch.
Yeah, it do be like that. Um, let's see. My planet. Mm, oh, that is odd.
So I could give. There is one clue. It says I could provide if you want it.
Uh, I mean, uh,
I don't ever want to give it too early, so let me know.
I have no idea.
Okay, I don't know how helpful this
Yeah.
really is, but it says uh, each one has to be switched 3 times. That's the key
Oh,
to
man.
this.
that's okay. I see.
And then I guess I'll add on to this because, of course, it's given me a little bit more insight, and it does say, as you've seen, it's making it where there's only one is not that difficult. Getting them all to go
Yeah.
away is obviously quite challenging, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you can guess what happens if you try to go through it. But one is a lot less than 7. And especially if you take a
True.
look at them, you could tell what kind of damage type it is if you'd have any way to mitigate that. So there's a couple clues or suggestions, if you will, and it's kind of like the lesser of two evils. You could try to muscle through it, or you could just try to take a little pain.
So getting it down to 1 is easy, but I
Yeah.
haven't.
Getting only one of them to stay lit is. But do we want to take a chance depending on the damage?
Does anyone have damage reduction of any kind?
Yep.
I don't, so I have no
I
preference.
mean, absorb elements would do that, but that's not for all of us.
Clover has resistance to poison.
Ooh.
But you said we could see through the sheets even when they're on?
Um, for the sake of where this is going, I'm gonna say no, not completely. That would be a cheat.
Eh.
Okay. Each of them would need to be activated thrice. Oh boy.
And so, also, you can always hit that middle button and reset it from the beginning. And feel free, you're going to experiment with it in any way that you want. We'll just keep in mind what it does.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
The title of
let's-
this, it says "Like a Snow Globe." So essentially, you guys are like trapped in a snow globe right now.
Okay.
That's not comforting.
Leave. Uh, hmm. Oh.
Yeah, back to only one again.
Oh, it is odd. Okay, let's see. I'll let's see if I can tweak on what we already have. So if this is pressed, this one is it fine if I move it or
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah,
okay?
definitely.
I haven't gotten
Yeah,
anywhere with
I
my
encourage
dice.
y'all to mess with that however you need to.
Yeah, just press this one. These turn off. This one gets lit. Then
Fire, a wall of fire.
press this. This one
A wall of ice.
turn. This one gets lit, and this one's off. All right.
And a dark green wall of acid and ice together there.
Ooh. Okay. You press this one. These two aren't lit anymore. This one is. Interesting. Okay. Oh, what element is this one?
This one is. This is always so hard to describe for me because it's psychic energy. It looks
It makes
like
your brain hurt, I guess.
Yeah, it's you feel like you can see through it, and yet you clearly can't. I don't know. It just is befuddling.
But this is already giving me psychic damage.
Oh, it just hurts.
I mean, I guess this is why a lot of int spells use psychic damage. I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's turn this one. These all turn on. But okay, press. Press this one. Oh, this is an odd one. What did I do? What have I done? Okay. These turn off. This one stays on. Oh. Okay. Let's go with this one. These all turn on. And then oh my gosh, I hate my brain.
So, if I could make a suggestion, if it seems, because I don't know if there's other ways to solve it, but from what it tells me, of course, I mean, it really isn't like very complicated, honestly. But to know to do that in the end, I mean, it's just one of those things where I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't have the big enough brain to be like, oh, that's clearly what that would be, you know. So that being said, I know we had discussed like it seems obvious to get to one. So if you guys want to do that, and poison is definitely one of them. Someone said they already had poison resistance, and then so I don't know.
Does this work? Because if I press this, these all turn off, and then if I press this, these all turn off.
Yes.
But how did you get to the first one being off?
I had to keep rotating until like 6 of these were on, and then this one was off.
Yeah.
I had to keep rotating like over and over, and then like
give me one quick example of how you did it, and then I'll tell you.
Hold on. I don't remember their placements before, but hold on.
That's it.
Because a lot of them I had to keep switching.
Out, and the other, you managed to get the others all in.
Yeah, it was.
I think my eyes crossed during that. I was like, oh goodness.
Yeah, same. Don't worry. It was. At first, it was. I think these two that were. Thing. Hold on. I'm trying to recall their previous positions because Not gonna lie, my brain is fried.
I mean,
What's it
I
called?
was watching each move because I had given up moving my dice around, and I was trying to see if I could get any insights from what you were doing, and what you did worked.
Okay.
So I was I'm trying to watch to see if you're doing it how it's described here, and I didn't think that I had seen that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there could be multiple ways to do it. I'm not sure 100%, but we don't have to
Um,
dwell on it too long. I can give it to you honestly. I think we've probably taken the hit on this one enough where it's just thinking it through. But
I mean, I'm sure it works like a Rubik's Cube or even like the grid version of this puzzle where there's like a specific pattern that you just have to keep doing. I just can't figure
yeah,
out what that pattern
and
is.
it's really just not that complicated. And I think you know how some people have their passcode as the most obvious thing, which would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that's kind of the direction that it would want you to think on here. Because just giving it to you guys so we could move on, because it's like yay puzzles. So congratulations, honestly though, because y'all got a lot way further into this stuff than I would. This is the shit where I just like see it and I'm just kind of like, oh god, I hope someone in the party is smart because I'm about to fail this crap. But anyways, the way it says is to deactivate all the sheets, and this is what I was kind of watching to see if you were doing, but I just wasn't 100% because it doesn't look like it necessarily, but I could be wrong, and maybe you are now though. But it says you'd have to press them in order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in that order, but as far as just progressing around the ring, you could go 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, blah, blah, blah. But I guess from what it's saying, you'd do that 3 times. You'd start with 1 and go around the board once, and then go around twice, and then thrice, and then that's what it would take somehow.
Maybe that's the simplest way.
Yeah. So
it definitely wasn't the only way.
Even with the hint of being like, yeah, everything's got to be pressed 3 times, that still isn't like incredibly like helpful. I think you just have to approach it from one of those things where it's just like, I'm just gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'll just try this, like, because it's the obvious thing, maybe, and then turns out it's like that's what it is, I guess. So that's my interpretation, at least. Oh shoot, gotta love him. Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I feel like my brain isn't getting poked enough anyway. The mind players are gonna love it.
Well, let's carry on to the last scene here, as it were. You can follow making it through this painful barrier in one way or another, and you arrive at someone's quarters. Let me see if I got you guys. Boop.
Excuse me. Oh my god.
The hallway ends. Come up a few steps and find yourself in this little foyer room here with a couple nice cushy chairs. And these doors ajar at the end, which beyond you see a festively decorated tree there. And wrapped presents, kind of laying around and surrounding it. You don't really see any sign of any overseer, as it were. But you come into this kind of dimly lit area. The little globes attached to the tree kind of give off a nice little festive glow. The room here smells strongly of mulled cider and cinnamon, and yet it's pretty eerily quiet. Yeah, so you guys can just move in through here as you see fit.
Moving. Although I'm just gonna, just keep everyone in the aura as much as possible. It's.
How about we follow you? Because I would love to stay in your aura.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm only moving like a little bit at a time. Because aura is aura. You know.
It's just very comforting standing near you somehow.
Even though it's supposed to be kind of cold. Wait. We don't see anybody, do we? Or
Can we stop for a second
no.
and listen? Can we stop for a moment and listen?
So if you want to roll a perception check, you may. Guess we could have a group check. It would be fitting.
oh, that's well, I don't know. Do be.
Oh, I still have the
Um,
guidance on there. Sorry. So that's
I didn't cast guidance, so I guess it's just an
Right.
11.
I mean the bless. Sorry, I still had the bless on there, so mine would actually be a 17.
So that's 17, 11, and 15.
Okay, so as you guys near this couch, the smell of the mulled cider and the cinnamon, it just starts to dominate. It's filling your nose. Clearly something very close by. You can kind of take a closer look at this couch here, and it almost starts to like bubble up, as it's clearly not what it seems. And all of a sudden it seems more like a bathtub of sorts, and inside of it is this great large horned demon, clearly the Krampus you have so heard of, and he sees you just nearly right on top of him even.
Oh god.
And he
Clover
looks,
just cast on him.
he looks down at you with a snarl as he has a cup that he dips in to what is now more like a pool of this boiling hot cider, and takes a deep pull from it and just belches flames out that ripple over your heads, licking the ceiling there and the wall behind you. Who dares disturb? I'm taking a bath, clearly. You'd really come at a moment like this?
Yeah, our names are Crabgrass, Mist, and
It's Belle. It's Belle.
Oh, no! He has a look of fear in his eyes as he states, I've heard of those horrid adventures of Hell Incorporated. I never thought they'd track me down here. Oh, the dreaded crabgrass. And yet, he flicks up his gnarled, clawed hands, and with a snap of his fingers, you see the tree behind you start to wriggle and come to life, and a couple of the boxes start to like bounce and bound forward as he just cackles out, ha ha ha, you'll meet your demise here.
Oh boy.
Alright, yeah, and I guess with that, he probably just rolls some initiative. He means some business.
+4. Because
And
yes.
I'll have to get these
Yes, you're both
fixed up.
faster than me this time. Yay, I'm not going for Right. Sheesh. I just really love the Paladin the Watcher's aura. That's why I made this one a Watcher's aura.
Great.
Ooh, this guy's fast.
Okay, well, here we go. Krampus himself stands up, dripping this hot cider. Cannot give further description for clear reasons. As he whips out, as he has this little pitchfork, very classic devil style. Let's see. Yeah, I guess as you guys are just surrounding him, that's probably what he would do. Is he branches out the classic little devil pitchfork there, except for it's pin-striped candy cane style, and it points it once at each towards you, as he says, "You'll regret coming here." And he makes a couple attacks at you guys. He'll make one at each of you. So we have a fork coming at Estelle. That'll be a 13. So you're able to just fend off the blow mid-swing. With the snarl, he looks towards Clover, and this one actually is better with the 25.
Yep.
As he strikes there, he curls his body around and lashes out with his long, nasty tail towards Smoke, and that will be a 22 with the tail.
Yep. That hits. Uncanny dodge time.
All right. So first with the fork there. Make sure I got this all right. Sorry, I haven't used that dice today. Okay, 14 piercing from the tail. That would be to Clover. And then with the tail, it will be 14 piercing, and you need to make me a Constitution save.
Okay, so that one was Smoke. 'Cause you actually said the tail both times, so I'm feeling a little confused.
Oh, did I? I'm so sorry. Yeah, the fork was towards Clover, the tail was towards Smoke. So
okay.
The con save.
Okay, so uncanny dodge the piercing. So, and
nice. Okay,
add
so
the +4 to that.
Oh shoot.
That would be a 10 on the con save.
All right, cool. So only 4 damage to you then, and then the.
Okay. 4
oh
more.
wait, on the con save. My bad. Yeah.
Do you mean 4 more from the con save? Or
oh, my bad. I'm sorry. What did you add the 4 to?
the con save.
So that'd be a 10.
Thanks to the aura. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, that is not enough, and you feel as his tail kind of like digs into you that something hits like a little deeper. It feels like more of an infernal wound inside of you that just something you'll feel over time. But it seems as if it's possible to prevent it in different ways. I guess I'll just spell it out honestly. I don't know. You could take an action you do a medicine check to like staunch it. Otherwise, you'll feel this like piercing, infernal wound at the start of each of your turns.
Oof. Okay.
Ouch.
And then 1 second. Okay, so next up will be Clover. As this horrible, infernal being looms overhead.
Yep. Well, first, she is going to reactivate the power of friendship, aka emboldening God. And this time, she will actually quicken protection from evil and good on herself.
Ooh.
With a second level spell slot, which kind of hurts my soul, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And that'll be her turn.
So that'll probably be pretty good. As he looms over you, looking much like the devil Asmodeus himself. Okay, and then Smoke.
I realized I forgot about inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Is it too late to? Okay. Yeah, I would like to have used it on my con save actually, but that's why I was asking if it was too late to have remembered that you passed it out.
Oh yeah, I guess we kind of moved on from that.
Okay. In that case, I think I'll just go with the pitying short sword and booming blade.
All right, so as you start to go into motion, you just feel your body almost like wince and recoil as this infernal wound takes hold. So it's here at the start of your turn, and that'll be 15.
Oof.
Yeah,
okay.
15. I guess it doesn't say what type of damage.
Or life choice. It doesn't matter for her. She has no.
Okay. And then you try to strike him with a 25 for 21.
Sorry, it would actually, there's no hex.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if your hex was still up. Actually,
yeah, it's still up, but well, it may not be now. But I didn't transfer it to him because I had thought I was going to need the advantage.
Okay.
So it's actually going to be a 23.
What is it of the different types? I guess it kind of matters for him.
I need a different type. Okay, so it would be 15 piercing.
Okay.
And 8 sonic. or thunder, I guess, in this version.
Okay. All right.
And with the +4 from the aura, the hex would still be up, just not applied to him yet.
All right. Okay. Yeah, he cries out, "This may not be as easy as I had originally thought. Damn you, Hell Incorporated, Estelle."
All right. Sure. Let's try this out. Going to move a little bit away, taking AO from this guy. If ever.
Oh, my bad. I was muted, but it ended up being a 29. Believe it or not a crit, but he jabs forward with his fork.
I'll take that. How much damage?
16 piercing there.
Gotcha. All right. Going to try this out because I rarely get to use this anyway. Channel Divinity to abjure the extra planar. Whiz save or turned for the time being.
All right. So with the 22.
Okay. This guy makes it. I the reason I moved is to check if any of these things would be scared of it, but I'm not. I don't think they are.
Yeah, he definitely winces at that as he kind of comes back, and he's, "I knew this would be coming. While a potent route, it may not be as easy to quell one as my stature as you think."
Gotcha. All right. Going to. I should have done the turn anyway. Going to bonus action. Summon my spiritual blade. Toward this guy again. Toward this guy. Let's upcast it because why not? Let me just pull my token here. Sure, toward this guy and gonna bunk for bonus action. Let's go. That's a wait. That why did I press the emboldening? Sorry. That's just a 20. That's 28 for 6 force damage.
Smash. Just as he's giving that smart retort, you shut his mouth with that definite hit for 6.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my whole turn.
All right, and you hear a boom, clomp, clomp as you look back and beyond the doors. You see these boxes just dashing forward as fast as they can, just blonk, blonk, right all the way up to your heels there still, but clearly a bit out of what they can do. And beyond them, you hear this shaking, kind of ringing, clattering as all these little decorations and things all smack together as this thing comes leaping somehow across the room.
Not gonna lie. That's kind of a terrifying image.
They shouldn't be dashing to us. They should be dashing outside in the snow on a one-horse open sleigh.
All right. And that will be back up to him as he sees his reinforcements and he says, "Ha ha ha ha! The end is nigh for you fools, and I can get back to my sweet, sweet bath." Cups a little bit more and slurps it down. And I guess just to mix it up, he will then... Nah. Well, shoot, it's already at disadvantage anyways. And so with that, he takes a big old gulp and looks down at Clover, and he says, between gulps, "You think you can resist me with that? It's tedious." And just starts to hurl flame out towards you. It's a ranged spell, but, disadvantage anyway, so why not? In irritation here, he targets you with all 3 of them, just tries to belch these flames down towards you from his mulled cider, hot cinnamony breath. So with disadvantage, we got a 17.
Nope.
And then on a second one, another
Uh.
17. And on the third one, he goes for a 19. I guess that one might make it through, huh? Oh, no, 20.
Nope.
So, yeah, you're able... in fact, it just splashes all over you, and you feel the heat of it, but through the sheer will and faith that you possess, you're able to just... It doesn't even really penetrate or feel like anything as it just kind of drips off and pulls up around your feet. He looks rather irritated at that. Says, guess I need to quit playing games then. It's your move. As it is literally your move.
All right. Smoke is the one with the infernal wound, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Bonus action. Clover's going to wave her staff around a little bit and give herself a d4. And then she will try to make the medicine check.
Oh, thank you.
Good stuff.
Oh.
That's
Are we allowed to give our inspeed to other people?
You
Yeah, I
can.
was
You
gonna
can do
say-
that.
You might not have to.
Oh yeah, halfling things though, right?
Well, no, that was already re-rolled once, unfortunately. That was a double nat 1, but she can use Bountiful Love on herself.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, I guess you are an ally to yourself. Nice.
So now it's
I love-
actually in 18.
Okay. Through sheer luck.
Plus a D actually.
And your knowledge, of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
too, of medicinal things. So you're able to, bandage and patch up and kind of give that expertise to the wound to where it closes up and she won't
Oh.
suffer from that infernal wound.
Thank you. I
Right, that's
feel much
Clover's
better.
turn.
Okay, and then Smoke. Before you just felt this gut-wrenching pain has all of a sudden gone as you look into the confident and always beaming face of Clover there. She gives you a sly wink, I would assume. Boop, your turn.
I appreciate it. Gonna aim that short sword as precisely as I can. Another booming blade.
Ooh,
Dead on.
look at that ouchiness. Oh, ow.
All right, so it's actually going to be the 19 piercing and 8 thunder.
27 total.
I haven't moved the hex to him. I might need the advantage to hit
Okay.
him, so I've used my bonus action for steadying him. Sorry. So only the
That's
19
okay.
piercing and 8 thunder.
He takes the hit and just stomps his feet in the pool there as the hot cider splashes around. He looks like an overgrown child at this point. Anything else from Smoke?
All out of actions.
Okay, Estelle.
All right. So let's see if we can try to not have that repeat. Going to. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to use this slot, but all right. Let's use a second level slot to cast bonus action, casting Sanctuary on Smoke. Let me ping the spell just in case. Oh wait, no. You're gonna need to attack. Never mind. All right, let's do something else then. I don't get to often use this anyway, so this should be fun. Going to use my channel divinity again with my amulet of the devout. Going to Path of the Grave on big boy over here. So I mean, I don't know if Clover's planning to attack him with an attack roll, but yeah.
She
But I could.
Nice.
As for bonus action though, oh, I should have done that first. I'm a dumbo. Okay. DM, would you allow me to hit it first with my spiritual weapon before I channeled Path of the Grave? Just so I don't take it for myself.
Yeah, sure. I see what you're doing there.
All right.
That's fine.
Yeah. I don't want to take it for myself because this is not gonna do much.
Fair enough. So taking a swing. So that
Yeah. So
is it 19?
19.
Okay.
Yeah, for 7 force, and then that's when I do Path of the Grave for the next hit on this big boy over here.
Okay.
And yeah,
He doubles over as he takes the force from behind. Ugh. And then you activate that Path to the Grave. That's pretty cool. So keep that in mind. And then you hear that clomp clomp again. They will move more into position. I guess that probably would be the easiest way to do that. All right. Of course, that one will move when it's its turn naturally. But yeah, as these present boxes kind of go on either side of you, Estelle, you kind of look left, look right, see both of them there, and then one of them rears up, and as the lid of the box comes off, you just see teeth and this long, sticky tongue reaching towards you. And as it does, 14 will fall quite short as you're able to just kind of dodge it a little bit as it's creeping towards you. You notice just in time that the one behind you is reaching forward, trying to do the exact same thing. And with only a 9, though, these things are clearly pretty slow and not able to keep up with someone that, with the eye that you have for this. And so you dodge another one of these long kind of pseudopods sticking towards you as you hear the ruffle, trickle of the tree kind of move into action there behind you, reaching down. The branches just kind of sweeping towards you and rolling like poop. As a 9, you just feel the branches kind of brush and scrape against you, but as it rears back to its original stance, you seem quite unscathed. Undeterred, their leader says, I just switched those on. They must be warming up. No matter. And I'll be a little less merciful this time. As he reaches towards Estelle with his fork, he'll have a 14. As it just ting, kind of is harmless. Well, then how about this? Turns back towards Clover. Kind of has fear in his eyes as he tries to. This time he'll reach forward with his tail. Just to look up on who that goes to. It's like.
Is it this ad because of the protection from evil and good, or?
Yeah, so it's making a big difference. This one is a 20 with disadvantage.
She'll shield that.
Okay, and so just as the forked tail there stabs right, it freezes in place, almost in your face, as then it slowly kind of coils back towards him like a snake. Not to be deterred though, he swings his weapon there wide over his head, trying to bring the point of the little devil's trident down towards Smoke. And with a 29, he stabs true. At least it wasn't the tail again, though. Alright, hold on. You're losing those dice. Oh. You were hiding. So it'll be 15 piercing as he jabs his fork home of his little trident there.
Uncanny dodge down to 7.
Okay, nice. And then Clover, you're up.
Alright, did the spiritual weapon and the Path to the Grave get reversed?
Yes, so you're kind of clear to... He'll be vulnerable, so I'm guessing double damage.
Yeah.
Or whatever you do for this turn, basically.
First...
It has to be an attack roll, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah. First, she's going to use another...
To my sneak.
Oh. That might be better, yeah. I was going to do a 5th level guiding bolt with the staff.
That would be great.
Sure.
I mean, a 5th level guiding bolt is great too if you want to go for that.
Okay.
It's just that he's right there, though. But you got this. I believe in you.
Yeah. So first she'll use her Staff of Fate.
Ooh,
So
nice.
we're starting out with 1d4 added to the attack roll.
Oh, can I give you my insp for to make that roll flat? Is that how that works? For pre-declared advantage?
Actually, she may as well just use her own. She does have
putting
it.
It all into this one.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
So it'll be a straight roll, upcast a 5th. She will lucky that. Does a 20 hit?
Pulling out every stop to make it happen. It definitely does.
Then she'll add the Staff of Fate to the damage roll.
Mm.
So taking the first damage roll, that would be 37
Times
with
2.
vulnerability. So 74 damage.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And that's Clover's turn.
All right. So this is one of those moments as a DM where there's like twofold, I guess, because I did reduce HP coming into this encounter quite a bit, but then again, at the same time, when you pull out every single stop you can, you owe what's given to you. However, to end that statement, I guess I was gonna have a whole full on kill description, and I probably still will, honestly, in just a moment. But he is actually, after 74 damage, I thought you were gonna have it with the extra damage added on too, but as you cast your magic there, and the moment is still, like, it almost seems like everything freezes here, and even the windows beyond him, you can see like the snow falling down seems to slow, as everything hinges on this moment. Time stills. You've been through a lot in this instance, and then with that you just let go, and then release that magic, and boom, it rushes out of you with such fury. It just completely covers him up in this radiant energy, and his screams just echo and bound over the walls as time kind of resumes its normal stance. And when it all finally stops, you just see like the boiling of his pot there as he pulls his form up out of it, literally on death's door, a look of hatred in his eye as he just is breathing ragged. You think you'll kill the mighty Krampus? And then the finisher. Smoke.
Go. Move the hex to him and take advantage of the guiding bolt advantage there. D&D Beyond is being very weird. There we go.
Any cool way you want to say it, or anything you do as you just cut him down where he stands?
Straight through the heart. And mostly we want to get him back under the level of that bath mold cider there, because
as you do, he like grabs the edge of the blade and like pulls you in close to him, and you can smell like the hot tang of the cinnamon mixed with like the copperiness of the blood as he just breathes this one last raggedy breath on you, like pulling you closer and the blade deeper inside of him, as he then slowly drops. And just as you go to extract your blade, he's super dramatic about it and is like flopping around everywhere, blood and cinnamon spewing everywhere, until finally, it seems like it takes minutes before he cascades over the side of the tub. Most definitely dead. And yet he does still have his minions, I guess. They're on the rampage, but I'm sure it'll be quick mop up. I know that was a hard act to follow, but
very.
all right. Anything else from Smoke there? He is most certainly dead. I'll just move him out of the way, and then you see some foes there still, of course.
Yeah, that's all I can do for a turn.
All right. But still, you got all these weird beings around you.
Yep. All right. Let's go after this. Sorry, I think I should need to change the color of my thing because it's not seen. This present going to swing twice.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't get to use this very often either, so I'm gonna use my shadow touched feet to cast inflict wounds. Right. It's only gonna be base level, but you never know. Oh shoot! I pressed the wrong thing again.
Yeah, these guys still got some HP and stuff, so you say use them if you got them now. Now it's that time, It's like, just unload.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there. That's 27 for 15.
It just seems to melt underneath your fingertips. Some weird oozing. You question the material.
All right. But it's not dead, right? So I'm
No, it
going
seems
to.
like bloodied and malformed in your hands already, though, like putty.
Gotcha. Going to. Huh. Wait, I feel like. Okay. Going to hit it with my spiritual weapon then. And you. That is 23 for 8
Bonk.
force damage.
Okay. Nearly KO'd it in one
Yeah.
turn, but it is still standing? Something like that.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, they're going to try to clap back as one, just like the top of it almost like halfway falls off before you realize some of it's just like glued to the side of this weird thing. Some call a festive present, or some call a mimic. Potato, tomato, whatever. But it rears up, trying to stick you up with its nasty tongue, and it's just malformed and almost destroyed, and you're able to just lazily slap it out of your way. The other one tries to take advantage of that and comes with a 16, I think. And it is unable to truly gain purchase there as you fend it off. And yet the rustle creaking of what seems so festive, almost blinding as it reaches down to smash you. And man, these guys can't roll for nothing. Yeah, just a 15 again. So yeah, you're kind of taking these blows from all directions, but nothing is. You just laugh in the face of it, like ha ha ha. As Clover watches on, probably laughing herself now too.
Clover will temporarily move into still space to cast Word of Radiance.
Okay, so got a crit with the tree at least, 22, so to save there, and then for the, I'm guessing it was everybody around their whole.
Yeah.
Awesome. The mimic on the left fails. The one on the right will fail too. 10.
Alright, then she has to step back, which means the tree may or may not get an op attack depending on its reach.
Oh my goodness. The one on the right is down onto death's door. As, the tree will. Yep, yeah, he can do it. Looks like a 17 to hit, so he'll fall a bit short as the branches kind of scrape against the back of you a little as you duck out of reach.
And then she'll get her coin out, which you said one of the presents is on the death's door?
Yeah, this one on the right is clearly just barely hanging on after what's been done to it.
Alright. She will go after that one then.
I imagine it just like materializes like flat, just goes like bong like an anvil, just crashes on top of it.
Does a 14 miss?
14 will hit, and so it was had 1 HP left, so there's not much left as the coin rises up off of the present there.
No, that's Clover's turn.
All right, Smoke,
Nice.
the finisher on the mountain.
Go a step forward and move the hex to this present.
All right,
And
focus
cast
there.
green flame blade.
Your blade lights up as you reach forward, eager to.
That and the
The
embalming
strange
bond.
thing out of its misery. Oh, 17 definitely will hit.
Okay. And then send you the one more fire for it.
Okay, so what's your total there?
Hang on, sorry, I was still giving you the splash
The
damage for the
full-
fire. So it looks like the total is what? 26, 27 for this present,
Nice. Okay.
and 6 fire for that one.
Oh, snap. All right. So yeah, it's this present looks like the one just a moment did before it was crushed to oblivion. It just is barely hanging. Like you see the facade of it start to like fall in some places where it seemed the material's not quite right. The illusion isn't quite spot on. But of course the sharp teeth and looming sticky tongue reach out. The tree, however, when that fire splashes on it, you can see some panic. It starts swatting and scratching and writhing, as it did not like that. And then I'm assuming that's it on to Estel?
It is.
Okay.
All right. The blade first, going after the present. Let's
Not to be
get it.
not to be shadowed by the coin.
16 for 8.
And you throw this box onto Death's door. Again, not much left as the blade retracts.
All right. Sure. I'll hit it with my sword then. Let's go.
All right, a quick stab for a death blow.
Oh, nope, definitely not.
And you like closed your eyes while you
You want-
did it for challenge, and you accidentally miss.
Do you want my inspiration?
Oh. Actually, I have. I'm starting to wonder if I actually used my own. Wait. I'm trying to recall. I don't think I did.
I don't think you did earlier. I think you were going to, but then
Alright,
didn't.
yeah. I'll just use mine first. Just so it's fair. 14 for
Okay,
7?
that'll hit. Yeah. And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, just a quick boom slash from the moon sword, and it's done for. You got one flame blade
Alright.
over here, one moon sword. You guys are like the 3 Jedi Knights running through, and justice must be served.
Alright. That just leaves this tree. So
This poor tree.
second swing on the tree. Yeah. That's also a 14.
Smash on the
For-
branches. Lights go out. They crash to the floor.
Okay. I will add a second level smite to that. Let's
Okay.
add to that. Where are you? It's not very often I do this. That's 22 total.
Right. It looks like a skinnier, beaten down version of what it was just a moment before. But end of your turn.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
my turn.
So yeah, one last chance, I suppose, though, as it tries to reach down towards you there, and this will be. I don't think it'll be enough. It's gonna be. Only a 19, so very close as it tries to break through that impenetrable guard. And then Clover.
All right. So that tree really seemed to not like the fire damage, huh?
It indeed did not.
All right. Let's try a firebolt. I am assuming a 30 hits.
Oh yeah, it cannot dodge out of the way of that. As you snap your fingers, your motive fire alights on the branch, kind of starts to conflagrate. It definitely seems to do more than you thought even possible, as you chuckle to yourself.
Then she'll use her bonus action to quicken another one.
Nice. Okay, that was gonna
Nice.
just burn it up too, as you know exactly what to do as you're watching this battle unfold. Been through the ringer in this adventure, and you just light this tree up. It looks glorious as you almost hear this Yuletide song ringing in your ears as you all kind of just like slowly lower your weapons and kind of watch it slowly burn in front of you, thinking like, it's finally over. As it most certainly is. The thing is burnt. Alright. And of course we'll exit combat as you've survived Krampus's ordeal. Alright, and this one I guess just does kind of wrap up kind of quick here, of course. You would return to Gar, I would assume, to at least get the heck out of here. And she made it within time and such. So I guess before you go real quick here, you're able to kind of take a look around naturally, and you find a potion of heroism. And you also find kind of assorted valuable gems and such that will increase your reward. And you realize too, in conclusion with your time here, that seeing as you have defeated Krampus and kind of shut down this workshop, you're going to end Glacia's ability to counterfeit those soul coins, at least for some time. And with that, unless y'all have any anything else you'd like to do here, you could probably just make your way back to Gar. It was like a 30-minute trip, and I won't bog you down with any con saves at this point.
I think I'm ready to go back if you guys are.
Yeah, I don't think we have any business left here.
Yep.
No. I was gonna suggest burning down the place because the puzzles really hurt, but never mind. That doesn't correspond to my character's alignment.
You guys peel back the tent, eager to get out of this blustering cold once more. This place looks downright jolly as you now thinking about how you're gonna finally make it home and stuff, and yet you do kind of turn towards each other and feel that little bit of sadness, knowing that yet again you found a friend on a crazy adventure that you may never even ever see again, and yet in another sense you'll be bonded forever. So you kind of look at each other with probably somewhat of a bittersweet feeling, as you know what you've accomplished, but also what you'll kind of leave behind here. I'll let you ruminate on that slightly as you turn to Gar, and he totally ruins the moment as you see him extract one hand out of the back of his loincloth and says, "Oh, Belle and Crabtree! Oh, not to forget you there, Misty!" And then he smells his finger, kind of recoils a bit. "Oh, congratulations! Looks like you were successful."
As successful as it could have been, I suppose.
Yeah, things don't always go the way that you think they will, and deep down here, but that's my home, and it wouldn't be the same without me, am I right? Are you ready for your magical transport?
Yes, please.
Now prepare yourselves for Gar and his magical ways, as he kind of waves his fingers around for dramatic effect in front of you. Behold, as in his energetic manner, if you'll call it that, he casts his arms up and says, "Ooga booga doobity boo!" As you look at each other thinking, what in the world? And you start to feel yourself kind of lifted up and transported truly through this magic. And as you look towards each other, wondering, is this for real? You can just barely see out of the corner of your eye a partially hidden figure behind a snowbank making spell-casting motions. Oh, lovable Gar. He'll go down in one of the NPCs for me. And so yeah, you guys would of course, if you have feel free to talk to each other in character or out naturally, but at that point that'd be the end. And so yeah. So just, I'll be doing the session log and stuff, so of course I'll be here for a minute, but just to close out real quick officially, reward wise, y'all are gonna get the 10 downtime, the optional level. You'll get the Yiklawa of Warning. You each get 1,000 gold pieces. Looks like we were playing for what would add up to be the full 4 hours for service hours, as well as the candy corn if you're keeping track of that. So I'll put that on there. And just one last thing, you did get the Potion of Heroism and the Spell Scroll of Leomin's Tiny Hut. So yeah, that was fun. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas, I should say.
Happy midwinter.
Yeah. But I have one more for Christmas, and then I'll take a little break for the holidays and come back. Probably try to finish out those DRW tier 1s in January. But next week I'm doing one. As you see, the waitlist moves. If you're not on there, feel free to check it out. But it's going to be another little Christmas one, tier 1, called the Bard's Christmas Carol or something like that. So
hey,
bring a bard.
You guys were great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good game.